What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And man, oh man, do we have another good episode for you all. We are at a quarter away of 100 episodes, episode 25. I feel good. I feel honored. It's good to be here. But listen, man, it's another Saturday morning. It's 11 a.m. You guys already know, one-stop shop, What's Up PlayStation podcast. We got a really, really good show today. Really excited. Shout out to everybody in the chat, right? But before we get into anything, we got to introduce the panel because I got to be honest. The panel today is magical. It's going to be a doozy. Start.
Yo, what is good, guys? Good morning. Hello. Hit the little ditty on y'all. Good morning. Let's work. You know. Nah, man. Welcome, guys. What's Up PlayStation podcast episode number 25. It's gonna be a good one, man. A lot of good news that happened this week. Especially for us PlayStation guys. We eating good over here. But yeah, man. Excited. Special guest. Really good one. Like I said, we bringing that PlayStation fragrance over here, man. So, we had Sick Humor, we had P-Rock, and now we got a ultimate special guest as well this week. And I can't wait, for him to introduce himself and get into the news and all that, man. But let's go, man. Definitely. Hit the like button, share the stream out. Let's
go. Then listen, man, we got the pony commissioner. Yeah! We got the one and only man, JackMoveJohnny from PSP, and Weapon Wheel podcast, man. Yo, Jack, man, introduce yourself and say what's up to the people.
What's good with y'all boys, man? Yes, sir. Hey, listen, man. I was telling these dudes behind the scene, man. Y'all some early birds, man. This is crazy. Like, what time is it? In the definitive time zone, right? So it's only 10 a.m. over here. You know what I mean? Y'all living in the future. So yeah, what's good with y'all though, man? You know what I mean? Let's get into these topics, man. How y'all doing?
Oh, I forgot you Central Time. Yeah,
man, I'm in the definitive time zone. You know what I mean? So it's like we still supposed to be sleep over here. You know what I mean? I'm not really no morning dude like that, but you see y'all the homies, so I'm gonna rock with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm gonna rock with y'all. Had to come through.
Oh man, they're saying the stream crashed.
Did it? It looked like it's still up here.
No, they're saying it crashed. Oh my god, I don't know what is going on here. Hold up.
Nah, it show's still up for me.
It's freezing though. It's
chugging.
I don't know why.
It's definitely chugging. Let's put that picture up, man. I'll put that gameplay in the background.
Yeah, I was hoping to have that. Yo, very funny.
Yo, that's what you get for disrespecting the PC Master Race every week.
Hey, yo. That's a fact, bro. That's what you get, they not trying to have your boy out here doing nothing.
Yo, they see you dissing the wonderful glorious PC Master Race. I said that was Jay Bari that said that, and
hey man, I can't disrespect the PC Master Race no more. It says the stream is finicky.
Yeah, it's going in and I see it definitely. Like it's the same thing that you're getting like the other week, like how it was just like chugging.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure why though. That's like the weird thing about it.
Yeah, because your own streams is working perfectly. Why is it messing up here? Which is weird. Well, we got to fight through it. We're gonna fight through it, guys.
Yo, guys, don't worry. We're gonna make sure this is fixed by next time because I don't know why. 16,000.
I do think it's a YouTube thing too, but yeah, I mean, that's just me. Everybody say I be wrong, but I think it's a YouTube thing.
I think it is too, man. Yeah, but listen. So we're going to keep into it, man. We're gonna chug through it. If it messes up too bad, then I'll restart the stream, right? But yo, listen, man. This week, man, we got a pretty good show, man. A lot of good news and things like that. And we start off with the games released this week, right? So for this week, also, if Bari looks at the stream, Bari's going to see something I think he's going to be very happy about that I did last night to make sure everything is symmetrical. I'm gonna see if he notices. I'm gonna see if he notices it.
Yes, let's go. You out here.
I put the board. I was like, you know what, man? Let me put these borders up and really, not do a full screen no more. I was watching Bari stream and I was like, you know what? Let me do this.
Little design, little thing, you know what I mean? Little razzle dazzle.
Something small, right? But all right. So the games that released this week was My Universe Pet Clinic Cats and Dogs, Tanks versus Tanks, the King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match. I'm waiting for them to put Capcom versus SNK on here. Like I feel like it's coming.
They put a light version on the Switch, the Neo Geo pocketed version on the Switch, which is cool. So maybe we'll see it soon. Maybe
I think we're gonna see a Capcom versus SNK 2 re-release soon. Ultra Goodness 2. We were here.
That's a Jack Move game right there. We were here.
We were here.
Oh, man.
Sinukai Attack, Wilmot's Warehouse, Another Dawn, Dungeon Village, Game Dev Story, Hot Spring Story, Little Nightmares 2. Now that's a Jack Move game. Little Nightmares 2 is a Jack Move game for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story.
Persona streaming that.
Hell no.
Anything Cyberpunk, Persona gonna stream that.
No. But we're gonna talk about some Cyberpunk today. A Ground, Saboteur CO, and Steamroll Ruthless Business. Right? So those are the games that released this week. So now we're gonna get into the spotlight. And Jack Move, just to let you know what the spotlight is. So the spotlight is essentially where you give us, we all give a game that we think the audience should play, pay attention to, be on the lookout for, things like that. And it doesn't have to be a brand new game or something that's releasing in the future. It could be a game that you played back when you were a kid or whatever, but you think people should check it out or whatever. So we'll start with you, Jack. What's your spotlight game for this week?
Okay. Well, let me see here. You know what game I'm gonna recommend everybody go play? Because I've been recommending this game recently. I be seeing this game get a little disrespectful for some reason, though. Even though it's from a classic franchise, I'm gonna recommend everybody go play River City Girls. All right.
Okay.
This game dropped maybe about a year and a half ago, something like that. It's in the River City Ransom series. Classic series date all the way back to the '80s, man. Go all the way back to the '80s, man. So definitely recommend that. It's about these two chicks in high school and their boyfriends get kidnapped. I know it's a silly premise. It might be a silly premise, but the game's a beat 'em up. The game is fire, people. The soundtrack, beautiful. Okay, so River City Girls, I think it's on like every platform. They're coming out with a sequel soon. Check it out. That's my recommendation.
Fire, and the gameplay combos, all that is fire.
Oh yeah, combos, yeah. Power bomb people. It's all type of, it's like a pixel art game, but it's the way they did it was real beautiful. Like
music,
my open world type. Yeah, the music is on point. Like, the game is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand how that game gets like hate. I mean, I love Streets of Rage 2, Streets of Rage 4, amazing game. But River City Girls, as far as like beat 'em up, the combos is just way better.
Yeah. The stuff you can do in that game is crazy.
Amazing game, but River City Girls, as far as like
doing that game is crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Bari, what's your spotlight game for this week, man?
Listen, man, you know the vibes, man. I've been doing these streams for like a couple of days now, talking about Guilty Gear Strive, and the beta is coming up this week on Thursday, the 18th. You guys will be able to play the beta, open beta, for everybody. And yeah, that's gonna be my spotlight, man. Guilty Gear Strive. I hope a lot of people would try the beta out just to see if they like the game or not. If you guys are new to fighting games, hopefully you guys, like the game. And just get more people, playing some Guilty Gear, man. Amazing fighter, unique characters. Nobody feels the same in that game. There's a play style for everybody within that game that somebody's going to like. And, hopefully, a lot of people catch on. I know a lot of people's intimidated by fighting games, but, it just takes practice, man. I don't know what to say. It just takes practice. Yo. It's no different than any other game. The more you play it, the better you're going to get. So
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Strive, man. Let's get on it.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the game too, man. Get to play with Kai, Nago, and even Giovanna. Giovanna looks really, really interesting. Leo Whitefang looks really good as well. Man, it's that I can't wait to play that next week. So for me, my spotlight for this week, y'all see the thumbnail. It's Ratchet Clank Rift Apart, man. Listen, this is a game that I'm like highly anticipating. I'm kind of sad that isn't releasing early in the year, like the first 3 months. But I get it, right? And I'll make the correlation between the two when we talk about like stuff within the news. But the fact that this is coming out in June, the way this game looks, the type of energy that Insomniac has been putting out when it comes to their games, and just all that stuff. I'm really excited, and being a big fan of Ratchet and Clank since way back when, it really is something that I'm excited to play. Plus, seeing the premise of the story, seeing the game being built around the power and the features of the PlayStation 5, the Rift capabilities, jumping between worlds, instant loading, more enemies on the screen, more particle effects, much more crisp detail in the world, in the characters and things like that. That's definitely something that I can't wait to get my hands on. I can't wait to play. I can't wait to get my hands on. That is definitely my spotlight game for this week. And you best believe I definitely pre-ordered that game, deluxe edition, $80.
Yo, Persona,
$80.
But it costs 10,000 yen in Japan. It's too much money, man.
I don't know if that's a topic. I don't know if that's a topic we should do here on like our personal channel. Like I really want to talk about that.
We gonna talk about Ratchet and Clank. You got it in the news, right? So
yeah.
Touch it.
Yeah, we gonna touch on it. Actually, we starting off with Ratchet and Clank, so let's do it, right? So
there you go.
Ratchet and Clank, 11th, 2021. A very good summer game. And PlayStation announced this, I think, either yesterday or the day before. Or no, it's probably Wednesday now I'm thinking about it. And, they showed off the box art. They showed off what the deluxe editions and things like that. And with the standard and digital deluxe edition, you also get the Carbonox armor, which is from Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and you also get the Pixelizer weapon as well. And this is a look at the Carbonox gear with all that ray tracing goodness, buttery smooth.
That's a classic.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Let's start with Jack. Yo, Jack, man. So are you buying this game? Are you excited for this? What's your thoughts, man?
Well, quick rundown, me and the Ratchet and Clank series, you know what I mean? I wasn't really a big Ratchet and Clank dude back in like the PS2 era, PS3 era, you know what I mean? I tried a couple of them. I really wasn't feeling them, you know what I mean? Then I played Ratchet and Clank 2016, loved the game, you know what I mean? I don't know what it was about that one. I just was really rocking with it, right? So played that one a few times. Really dug the game. I thought the move was horrible, by the way. That move was very boring. I couldn't stand it. But yeah, Rift Apart. Definitely excited to get that game. I already purchased the digital deluxe edition myself. You know what I mean?
So you pumped out that 80.
87 with taxes.
Hey, listen.
PSN treat me different, bro. I'm like, yeah, damn. But yeah, man, I already purchased the digital deluxe edition. I'm looking forward to it. One of the games, I wanted to get a PS5 for because this is supposedly the first, AAA big PlayStation 5 only. It was no debate whether this was developed for the PS5. So I really want to see what Insomniac is one of Sony's most capable devs, in my opinion, right? So they've been killing it, man. So I really can't wait for this game. Yeah. I kind of wish it came out a little bit earlier too. I'm kind of like
Yo, I'm in the same ballpark, man. I wish it came out a little earlier too, man. But it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Bari, what you thinking about this, man? I see, Bari. I don't even know why I'm asking you because I know I know it's bought, right? Because we were talking about this
Yeah.
in the DMs as soon as it got announced. So
Yeah, I'm just like y'all. Everything y'all said, man, it's already digital deluxe pre-ordered. It's already done, man. You know, PC gamers getting mad for some reason because I pre-ordered digital deluxe. But you know what I mean? Yeah, stay in your lane, man. You know what I mean? If you one of those people that excited for a game and want to wait for a sale, then hey, that's you. I'm not. I don't attack you. Why are you attacking me? Because I want to play a game day one. But I'm a chill though. I'm a chill. No, I'm not gonna go unhinged.
that's a speak from the heart conversation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go unhinged. But nah, man, the game looked good. Oh, another thing, I'm pissing on PC. Matter of fact, fuck it, yo, I'm pissing on PC.
Go
Another thing,
for
I'm pissing on PC game.
Speak the truth.
I'm playing in 4K 30 with that ray tracing. You feel me? You feel me? So yo, a lot of people get mad. I'm gonna tweet that too. I'm playing in 30 frames a second. My first playthrough in that buttery looking so good.
Buttery smooth.
Yeah, I want to see the eyes glisten. I want to see the metal, reflect. I want to see all that. You know what I mean? So I'm Gucci over here, man. You know, and then we gonna, as we do the trophy hunting, we playing that 60, and we up the game a little bit, man, or difficulty and all that. But always saying my issues. I'm breaking up. I'm breaking up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
We up the game a little bit, man, or difficulty and all that.
I hear it.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. I'm breaking up a little bit. This is Bot Bari then. This is Bot Bari. But nah, man, I'm excited for it. You know what it is? It may be because when you're exporting everything over to or importing everything to Streamlabs, it's downloaded and you're streaming at the same time, so it's probably some issues there.
Yeah.
But
ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, this quality is gonna get a lot better. I don't know why this is happening, and it's pissing me off. I'm being honest with you. Go ahead, Bari.
oh yeah, there's like a mic little pip kind of thing going on.
I don't know why that's happening though. Like, there's nothing on my end that would cause any of that.
Yeah, he's a J-Bot. Yo, what's good, guys, man? Yeah, we're gonna fight through it. We're gonna fight through it, guys. Let me try to change my voice to make it sound better. But nah, I'm excited for Ratchet Clank.
Hey yo. Hey yo, man, hold on, because this is really gonna.
Yo, I was sounding perfectly fine until I said, yo,
So you started talking about the PC dudes. They started messing with you.
PC guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
He not sorry.
I want to play 30 frames.
He not sorry. Don't let him do that.
Yo, real talk. Nah, this Persona's downloading and uploading at the same time, but it's also a YouTube thing, yo. Cause real talk, it's YouTube, bro. It's YouTube. I don't think he got Comcast. I don't know if he got Comcast. I think he got.
Nah, I got Spectrum. It ain't my. I got gigabit internet, man. It ain't my internet.
All right, you should be good, then.
Yeah, like I got 1,000 down and 50 up.
Yeah, and like I said, Persona streams all the time. There's no issues.
Yeah, like only with this.
When your Windows updating, because that might be an issue too. Mine was
yeah, I did get one. I did get a Windows.
Nah, I did the update last night. Yeah, that update, it did it last night.
It resets all your settings too.
Yeah. All right, let's. I want the experience to be good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna stop the stream real quick. I'm gonna keep it going on YouTube, and it's just gonna keep trying to like reestablish. Give me a second, cause I want to fix this. So give me go back live. I'll establish the connection. There we go. All right, ladies and gents. We should be refresh.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Everyone, refresh. All right, we should.
It's not bot no more.
Yeah, you good, right? Okay. All right, cool. All right. So, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are awesome. Y'all rock. Thank y'all for being patient and sticking with us. But okay, we'll keep.
Nah,
the show
they're not patient. They're not patient, man. A lot of people left the stream. Refresh the goddamn stream. Persona being all politically correct. Yo, refresh the stream. Come retweet it out. Say we're back.
Retweet it. What the? Oh my god, yo, this joint I got my ad blocker active. Yo, today is just not a good day. Hey, yo. Today is not a good day, man. All right. So.
You ad blocking the blog site?
Select your blocker.
Very disrespectful.
Thank you. Hey, yo, bro. Listen, man. Hey, man, you got to be careful surfing the web, bro. All them trackings and stuff. All right. So, let's continue. It wasn't the PS blog anyway. It was PlayStation Lifestyle. All right. So, moving on.
Nah, I ad blocked that site.
Ad blocks a lot of ads and shit. That's what I'm saying. That's too much. But all right. So, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. It's coming to it's getting a PS5 version. It's coming to the PS5 March 12th. And the part that I kind of just want to talk about real quick, man, because I remember a while back, man. I know a lot of critics and a lot of people were skeptical or were. They were hopeful that the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, the haptic, not the haptic, but the haptic feedback, right? Yeah, haptic feedback and all that stuff. Hoping that stuff would get supported across the board, across all developers. And of course, since the launch of the PS5, we've seen that a lot of games outside of just the PlayStation consoles have taken advantage of those features. So, with Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. The PlayStation 5 is going to be taken to new heights, and it's going to be in 4K 60, and they crank up the speakers to swim in crisp, dynamic, enhanced 3D audio. Also, the DualSense wireless controller brings adaptive triggers to your fingertips to feel the DNA change in objects hit by Neo Cortex's blaster and feel the grip of Tawana's hook shot. Crash Bandicoot 4 already looked like a really good game on PS4, but I really want to see what those adaptive triggers and things like that look like for the PlayStation 5, right? One of the other things that kind of stood out to me, obviously, it's going to be $59.99 for people that purchasing it for the first time, but there is going to be a free upgrade for the game, right? The only thing is Japan PlayStation 5 owners will not be able to take advantage of a free upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version of this game. Yo, that and this is like second or third time that this has been happening. And I'm like, yo, what is going on in Japan that this keeps happening, right? But Jack, man, what's your thoughts on this whole Crash Bandicoot stuff, man? Like, did you play the game? Did you platinum it? Like, are you getting this? What's up?
Man, I have a real, I ain't gonna even say a love-hate relationship with Crash Bandicoot, man. I think it's just a hate relationship at this point, man. I need to ask y'all how y'all feel about the game, because I played Crash back in the day. I still got Crash Team Racing right now, the PS4 joint. I played the Insane Trilogy and all that. I don't know what it is about them games, man. I'm not feeling them, yo. I never really been a big Crash dude. I like the first game a little bit. That joint difficult though. I'm not good at platform. A lot of people think I'm good at platforming games, but I'm really low key trash at platforming games. And Crash proves that every time I play it. It's just a whole bunch of fuckery going on. But the game, the fourth joint, it looked cool. You know what I mean? I watched a couple of my homies stream it. I'm glad they updated it for the PS5. You know what I mean? Free upgrade, which is always welcome. I was gonna say about that Japanese thing, it might be, I don't know, because I didn't do no research, but it might be like a publishing situation to where it's getting published by different people, so they can't do the free up. I don't know what's going on with that, but this is my first time hearing about that. That's crazy. Yeah. But I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all rock with Crash heavy? I don't know.
Go ahead, Bar.
For me personally, back then when I was younger, I used to rock with Crash. When I bought the Insane Trilogy, I was like, I really want to play this right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to do this again at my age. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, it's not the easiest of games.
No, that junk kind of difficult, especially
sometimes
the first one.
it does feels a little bit cheap sometimes. You know what I mean? But as a kid, I was all for it. But what type of updates or upgrades do they have with the new game as far as like getting with the times with the platforming? Do they have with the new ones? Would have me intrigued to purchase this. I didn't purchase it on PS4. I don't think I would get it day one here on PS5. But down the line, I'll probably get it because I sometimes you do get that platforming edge that I want to play this, but I'd rather play Ratchet and Clank. I think that's a much better platform. You have the guns,
absolutely.
you have all that arsenal on you. But Crash is just more. Hey, now I did see the game. The gameplay looked fun. It looked faster. It looks more modern. But I'll have to see it like how it feels. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I'm not that intrigued to play Crash Bandicoot right now. To get this day one, I'll wait. I'll be a PC gamer and wait.
Man, you made Ankh mask be making though. That was crazy. What's the how I go?
A Buddha.
Hey yo, dude, it's crazy.
Shaman. What's funny? I'm kind of in the same boat. I do have the PS4 version of the game because during that whole Black Friday super sale that PlayStation Store had, it was a lot of games in there that I was just like, look, I'll just grab it because I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, like Crash is one of those games that like, remember when people kept asking for Crash at every E3? I wasn't one of those people because I had played those games and, my experience with them were good, but it wasn't something that I was like, yo, I gotta have this again. I want to relive this again. I never felt that with Crash. And not to say Crash and those games are bad because they are good games. Those are some of the first games I've played on the PS1, right? Though they're not bad games, but I don't really.
Iconic character.
Yeah, it's not really something that I would clamor for, right? Like as opposed to like Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? I would clamor for that, right? Like I would want like a remake of that. I would want them to continue that series and build upon that or whatever they would do. Or Kingdom Hearts, right? I would clamor more so for that than Crash. So with the whole Crash 4, it's about time. It looks good. It's a beautiful looking game, and it's definitely something that I will experience at some point during my whenever I'm gaming. But I'm not really. It's just meh. Like, all right, cool.
It's an in and out. It's also the times that you in, man. Sometimes you get older, your reactions ain't as quick as it is, man. Platforming when I was a kid, that's Mega Man. All these type of games.
On that game too, yo. Like,
and it's a lot of trial and error. You know what I mean? There's times where you play Mega Man, you just memorize everything. You can just run through that shit mad quick.
It's funny too, because like with the Crash games, I remember I was playing the trilogy. I felt like at some stages I felt like a noob because I'm just like, why am I not getting this? When I was playing the trilogy, the first one, there's certain things I tried to do like I would do as a kid, but like my timing is off. It wasn't working. I was getting frustrated. Like, damn, I used to do this. I can't do it now. Yeah. No, I agree 100%, man. It's definitely something that it's not for everybody anymore. I think it's funny. I think more so for like the new age gamers, this is something that they can experience, and because we played this back when we were kids.
I mean, to me personally, anybody can play Crash. If that's your cup of tea, if you want to play right now. Right now, specifically, is just not my cup of tea. I'd rather just play. I mean, Ratchet and Clank with the guns.
Like you said, though, it's from a previous time. Like, you like die in one hit. Like, most platformer games ain't like that no more. You know what I mean?
Hell no, they not.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the Sly one day. You know what I mean? The Jack and Daxter one day, you take 1 or 2 hits and you die. Like, it didn't. They didn't. Or they kept it true to the original. So
yeah.
I can't be mad at that.
Let's get into some fighting game talk real quick, man, because a lot of fighting game news has come out. And I gotta be honest, man, as someone that's been a big fan of fighting games since I was a little boy, little itty bitty boy, little Persona, walk around with his big old fight stick, Like, come on, let's go. I love fighting games, and I just love that so many different fighting games are getting so much attention right now. Between Guilty Gear Strive, between Street Fighter 5, between King of Fighters 15. So this portion, I think a lot of people are going to appreciate, right? So let's start. Listen, boy, let's start with this Joe Higashi trailer for King of Fighters 15. Did you watch it? Did you watch the trailer, Jack? Jack,
No,
do you care about fighting games?
Man, you know what? I like fighting games. I'm not good at them, bro. Like, I tried, man. Like Jay Bari was saying, I just ain't got the time to put in to get good at them, man. I like fighting games, though.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is, once you get good in it, it's one of the most satisfying, things. Like you out playing your opponent. But really and truly, this is the best trailer that they've shown for King of Fighters. And I'm not even like a Joe main, but the stuff that they showed, they showed a lot of his combos here.
Yes,
a lot of cancels, a lot of flashy stuff that you need meter for. I forgot what the cancels, like you can cancel one special or one super into another super. I think it's called like a dream cancel or something like that in King of Fighters. But it's showing a lot of his cancel stuff, man. You're gonna probably need like 3 bars, 4 bars to do all this, but it looks good. You know what I mean? It looks very flashy. And he looks amazing, man. Design wise, looks the same, but looks good. King of Fighters 15 looking good, man.
Yeah. I agree 100%, with Joe. Joe's a fun character to use too, man. Even back in the day, he's always been like a fun character. Seeing him here, first off, I really have to admire how great this game looks, right? This game really, King of Fighters really
bright as hell, though.
Yeah, it's very bright. King of Fighters definitely stepped up, and man, they made this game appealing to the eyes while still maintaining that King of Fighters aspect and feel and the fundamentals from what we see so far, right? With Joe, he looks very. Bari is right. This is a lot of meter flashiness. They trying to get you. It's trying to pull you in, which I get. They trying to pull people in. So like you're gonna show the flashy stuff, but a lot of this is you need meter. But he looks good. Pause. And his moves look really fun. They look really flashy. I'm gonna try him out for sure when the game comes out. That's a day one.
Zoning wise, he looked good too. That tornado is good as fuck.
Oh yeah, we talking. Rashid ain't got nothing on this tornado.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Rashid tornado artificial. This joint real. This
is real. Speaking of Rashid, let's talk about this Street Fighter 5 because man, oh man, Jack, I'm guessing you ain't playing no Street Fighter 5 either.
Nah, man. Last Street Fighter I played was like Alpha 3, dog.
Oh, jeez.
Man. I told you.
Oh, yeah. Man. I get it. We gonna get through this quick, Nick, because I know you don't even care about this.
No, I'm listening. Y'all putting me up on game right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Street Fighter 5, the winter update is going to be releasing February 22nd, or the season 5. Excuse me, no. Season 5 begins February 22nd, but also on February 22nd, we'll be getting the winter update, which hosts a slew of updates to V triggers, now we're gonna have V skills, and then we have V shift and V attack, I watching this winter update, I was really impressed. Like they really went all out here, right? So obviously Dan is going to be the first character, Dan Hibiki, and his trademark dojo. He's going to be the first character that's going to be coming out for the season. So with the season pass, with the season 5 content, we're going to be getting 5 characters here, right? So the 5 new characters are going to be Dan, Rose, Oro, and Akira. Akira's from rival schools. And then the 5th character we don't know. But also, we're going to be getting a bonus character called 11. And essentially, 11 is a character that can be anyone. So it's anybody that you want to be, right? Which is pretty cool. And he's pretty dope, actually. But also, obviously, we get the... let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can really see this. All 5 characters get new colors. So there's going to be, obviously, you see the different colors here, but also PS4 themes, right? The character pass also comes with, so if you buy the character pass for Season 5, you also get special battle costume for Dan, where he has his Hibiki mask on, right? Then, obviously, the premium pass, you get 26 costumes for everybody, 2 new stages. The 2 stages, obviously, is going to be Dan's Dojo, and then it's going to be the custom stage. I mean, not custom, the old school stage for Rose in Italy from Alpha. I think it's 2.
Alpha 2.
Two, right?
2.
Alpha 2, yeah. Alpha 2. And then obviously all 5 characters, they get these special story colors that you can get through the story. Then the default battle colors and costumes, titles, fighter profile themes, and plus 100,000 fight money, right? So that's a lot of what you're going to be getting with this Season 5 pass, right? But that's not all, because the winter update is also going to be including a lot of interesting additions to the update, right? So obviously we're gonna have V Skill 1, V Skill 2, which I think that already was there, right, Bari? V Skill 1 and 2.
Yeah,
The V
Skill. Well, the whole V system kind of is reworked, not reworked per se, but adding this new defensive mechanic to the V gauge and the V system. It's kind of going to change the game a little bit. So the V shift is the new addition to the winter update that's coming in 22nd. And basically it's a defense mechanic to get out of situations like wake up situations, grab, frame traps, stuff like that. You use it to get out. And if you successfully get out of the situation using the V shift, you kind of they refund you like half of the V gauge meter. So if you go up to where Ryu's at, the first one,
yep,
as he successfully evaded Rashida's attack, he used a bar of the V gauge, but it was refunded because he successfully used it, and he was refunded back some gauge. So that kind of changed the whole dynamic of Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5,
yeah.
It's a lot of offense in Street Fighter. You go get your knockdown. You have Oki. Oki pretty much is like pressure waking up. You know what I mean? As far as could be a fireball or a media attack, like a normal attack. And some characters just have to respect that because they don't have the options like a DP to get out of that stuff. But now with this universal mechanic, everybody has an option to get out of certain moves by spending some, V gauge. So it's kind of like it's pretty much a game changer.
Yo, I was gonna say, man, when I was watching the winter update, seeing him V shift like that and really change the tide of battle mid combo. By the way, dude was mid combo, popped the V shift, and just like did his combo. So there's two sides of it too.
No. The thing is, it's a defensive mechanic. So
no, but
if you're getting comboed, you cannot use that. Like say if you're blocking and somebody's doing like a block string, you have to do a V reversal. You cannot do this move while you're blocking. This is like to escape out of a attack or a grab. But if you're blocking, then you will use your V gauge to do the normal V reversal where you're holding back then forward, then the 3 kick or punch buttons.
Then there's the V break though, because when you pop the V shift, you can pop it again.
Yeah, that's if you successfully did the V shift and you have the follow up attack, which is a V break. You know what I mean? So that's the V break right here. But when you do that V shift, you can do whatever you want. You can assess what your opponent is doing, and then because it slows down the time for a periodic time, and then you can do like a fireball or a DP or a normal attack. But then you have this other option of doing the V break as well. Well, I don't know too much about the V break per se. I'm pretty sure it's negative where it can be punished, but I don't know if it's like invincible. Maybe if it catches somebody starting up attack, it's going to hit. Obviously, it's going to hit. But a mechanic like this, like the V break, I can see people like baiting that out. And also, you can V shift somebody's V shift. So somebody go and like do V shift and then do the break. I guess they can the opponent can V shift that and then do the break as well. So all I know is gonna change the game per se, like just pressure wise, how people treat people waking up. If they have meter, if you have meter, you have a viable option to escape somebody's pressure. So it's a big change. Also, that's not even the big change shoot. That is a big change, and there's a lot of in the updates as far as personal characters. Like a lot of characters is getting like buffs or tweaks.
Yeah.
Where I know with Sakura, her forward down heavy kick that now juggles. You can juggle opponents in the air with that. So you can use like an anti-air and you can juggle into like a DP. Obviously, I know previous probably going to use that combo wise as well. Now that you have that option, Nash, his V skill changes where now it vortexes you a little bit now, so it's going to be much easier to combo. Like a lot of stuff changes, man. Chun-Li's V trigger 2, that little overhead kick that she does, that classic move that she does, she can now combo into that. So the game for sure is, like this. This is going to be like the last update for the game, but normally they do this with Street Fighter where the last update it's like, all right, now just have your fun, and do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff, I think seeing this update is bringing me back in Street Fighter, man. The 22nd, I'm definitely going to boot that game up, man, see what's going on, because now there's another defensive option which the game needed, in my opinion. V reversal was good. But it was good for certain characters. Some characters have different V reversals, like a knockdown or a pushback, or that's an escape. But now everybody have this universal mechanic where you just gotta respect it now. Frame traps you can get out of. Wake up situation you can get out of. It's gonna change the game for sure, man. But I ain't gonna talk to you about that.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all keep y'all ear to the fighting game streets and whatnot. I know. So I'm asked, does the new changes of this game, like the competitive side of Street Fighter, are they messing with the new changes, or are they not really feeling this?
No, they loving it. A lot of people was asking for a new defensive mechanic for the game, because like some characters is just not viable in Street Fighter because they don't really have those tool sets to deal with somebody, another like top tier character pressure. But now with this universal mechanic, somebody can pick like a Nash. Nash is considered like a bad character in the game. They can pick a Nash, and now with this, now that he has trigger, he has if he has like if he have V gauge, that second bar to the top, you got to think about how you want to pressure this character now, or what he can do in neutral and stuff like that. So it's definitely a refreshing change to the game, to be honest.
Okay.
And a lot of people's liking it from what I'm seeing. A lot of people's liking it.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, man, that's Street Fighter, man. I'm really excited for it. Actually, I think I'm even gonna jump back in and
see
what's up,
what, too,
right?
Persona? My bad, yo. You know what, too? Yo, Dan, bro. Dan been in Street Fighter forever, right? Yeah. I never touched this character. But this dude he kind of OD nice, bro. Like, this dude, his V skill is kind of crazy.
His V skill is because his V skill is a taunt that you can cancel. It's a taunt, but also a move cancel. Like you can cancel into moves. So like,
and then
the way there was
his V trigger 2.
This V trigger 2 is also it's a better taunt because you can get a full combo off and then pop the taunt and then kind of get a nice extension or go into a super. Right.
Because he can cancel normals. So if you press like stand-in medium punch, you have like a recovery animation, obviously, or you cancel it into like another different normal. But he can cancel stand-in medium punch to stand-in medium punch with his V trigger too, which is kind of crazy. Like no other character can do that in the game. But it made this man mad saucy. This troll joke character got sauce in the game, bro.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of people doing some like really crazy, wild, crazy stuff with him.
And then he's the only character I think in V Trigger 2, his DP, he has a full invincible DP now. So from startup is all full invincible. So you got to respect him in V Trigger as well. V Trigger 2. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, man, because they changed that in Street Fighter where nobody has like unless I think it's the EX version, but nobody had like a full invincible DP no more.
Yeah.
But Dan has it.
But yeah, that's the Street Fighter 5 update. It's a lot. It's a lot there. It really is a lot. I definitely suggest you guys go and watch the winter update that they did. It's only 25 minutes, but it's a lot of good information, a lot of good demonstrations, and they really going hard with this final update, man. I gotta be honest, it's really impressive.
Rose is the character I'm gonna pick as well. Rose is looking OD. I'm sorry.
She looks good.
She looks OD. Yo, son. I'm not gonna go. Go ahead. My bad.
But let's move on. So, Sony blames. So we know that there's a PlayStation 5 shortage right now. Jack, you got a PS5, right?
Absolutely.
Of course. We all here got PS5s because we quick on the draw when it comes to that order button. But there's a really bad PlayStation shortage right now, and Sony and PlayStation is trying to get as many out as they can. They know that millions of people are waiting, but the problem is that Sony blames the PS5 supply constraints on the shortage of semiconductors and other components, which is holding up production of the console. So essentially, Sony Corporation has acknowledged in Q3 fiscal year 2020 financial report that it has been unable to fully meet demand for the PlayStation 5 and pledged to do its best to ship as many units as possible during the fiscal year. In a press briefing discussing the report, the chief financial officer Hiroki Totoki said it's difficult for us to increase production of the PS5 amid the shortage of semiconductors and other components. Totoki separately acknowledged yet again that Sony hasn't been able to meet the high level of demand, but added that we continue to do everything in our power to ship as many units as possible to customers who are waiting for a PlayStation 5. Sony has set a goal to sell 7.6 million PS5s during the fiscal year, of which has already sold 4.5 million. Jack, man, we're gonna start with you, man. What's your thoughts here, man? Like, what do you think that with this, we're gonna see some pretty skewed numbers by the end of this year for what could have been because of the constraints on components and hardware?
Absolutely. I think we're already seeing that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think what you said, PS5 was like what, 4.5 million right now?
Yeah.
I think it could definitely be, way higher than that. But like we've experienced from being on social media, people can't get their hands on the PS5 right now. Even though more recently I have been seeing it restock like damn near every day. So
yeah,
I would say just stay vigilant. To follow your accounts on Twitter that post the restocks, and you should be able to get one. Man, most people I know that actually want one, they got one. It's one of them type of situations. Like a lot of people, they dragging their feet. Oh, I would get it, but that they ain't got theirs. You know what I mean? But people that really truly want one, they got one right now.
Yo, that's a fact.
It's one of them situations. But it's a lot that go into this. The whole COVID situation. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on right now to where they can't produce them like they would want to. But at the end of the day, they only messing up themselves. Because like I said, if they were available, people would be copping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Bari, what you think?
Yeah, I agree with Jack. I just want Sony to cut the bullshit. You know what I mean? Nobody trying to hear. I'm like, you semiconductor. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Put this shit in the stores, man. What is going on out here, man? Yo, I understand COVID is there, but you can't tell me $1 billion company don't have like a contingency plan. Like, yo, okay, this is what we need to do just to get these things, production wise up to where, where people can actually walk in the store and get them. And
well,
I think constraints, but yo, Jesus, yo, we're going into March soon, man.
Well, I think
you know what I mean?
I think that even the contingency plan fell through because everywhere is really lacking on hardware and stuff. Because like at my job, we're trying to order 15,000 new Macs.
Jesus.
Right, for our company, and Apple is talking about not till the summer. It's like, what? Like, yo, even Apple can't fulfill like orders of that quantity, and that's just imagine, PlayStation, and I'm not trying to make excuses for PlayStation, I do think that, PlayStation needs to do everything in their power to put, to get these things created, boxed up, and shipped out, because it's a lot of sales that's being missed right now that I know PlayStation is like really they're scurrying around like, yo, like we need to do something here, we need to do something, I'm sure. But, there's hardware constraints across the board, across multiple industries, right? Across multiple manufacturers. And I'm not even just talking about manufacturers like PlayStation, Apple, and things like that, but even the places where they get these components to create their product also have constraints, because the pandemic is still going on, and a lot of things are still kind of messed up around the world that really isn't being reported as highly as it should. So I can understand why these constraints are still prevalent now, even though we're in the middle of in the middle of February.
I understand all of that, but I'm just saying it's about to be March. Tax season is coming. You think people don't want to buy a PS5? You are losing out on a lot of money here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna continue to see Nintendo Switch.
Well,
MPD.
Let me ask y'all a question though. I want to ask y'all a question. This is some conspiracy theory shit, but let's go there. Do you think that this is the reason why PlayStation is pushing back a lot of titles like Returnal and stuff like that? I mean, obviously, Returnal, the devs said they wanted to work more, blah blah blah. But do you think that we could see more PlayStation games get pushed back if the right amount of stock isn't out for them to take advantage of the potential sales?
I think it can play a part, but I just think most devs are just working from home, so it's going to take longer to, clean up the bugs and all that stuff. That's going to take much more time, but it can play a part. Yeah, I agree.
They ain't got no reason to rush right now, because like you said, they could use that. Well, we wanted to make sure the game got in the right amount of people's hands and stuff like this. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, we're not even looking at it this way, right? Even though it's hurting their pockets not to push out a decent amount of PlayStations, this can actually also be used for promotional purposes. Nintendo purposely does this all the time. Mm-hmm. You remember when the Wii came out? Oh, I can't find a Wii. We couldn't find a Wii for 2 damn years. So when people hear something, there's things they can't have, right? Yeah. If you tell somebody they cannot have it, they're going to want it even more. So the fact that people can't get PS5s like that, it's making the demand for it, rise even further. So I think they kind of using that to their advantage at the same time, even though it's a bad situation for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True. Now here, and this is kind of going to segue into another article, because we know that scalpers have existed for some years, for some time now, right? Like scalping has always been, they call them scalpers, hype beast. When it comes to sneakers, clothes, electronics, and things like that, they've always existed, right? But when it comes to the PlayStation 5, we've seen a lot of scalper and scalping groups, really take advantage of the situation that the world's in. Most of these consoles being sold through online retailers and online situations, and you see a lot of scalping groups, getting 30,000 consoles, 10,000, all this other stuff. So, a lot, for lack of a better term, hate these people right now because, and I'm talking about the scalpers, they hate the scalpers because it's it feels as if the scalpers are taking it out of the retailer's hands and putting it in their own hands and then jacking up the price so that they can make a profit, right? And so, Kotaku had spoke with, not Kotaku, Forbes, sorry. Forbes had did an interview with a scalper that was a part of a scalping group who had purchased 25 PlayStation consoles and sold them for upwards and made a profit of $350 a piece from each console, right? So you do the math, right? That's a lot of money. And essentially, the scalper, who goes by the name of Jordan, the founder of the lab, this is UK based too. That teaches it teaches members how to use bots to secure high value items to hard to find game consoles and limited run designer sneakers and things like that. And essentially, he says he feels that the negative press and the angry comments he and his group have been getting since they started posting taunting pictures of stacks of consoles the general public never had a chance of purchasing is unjustified. And in a Forbes article, he says PS5 scalpers aren't happy with their public image. And pretty much all this bullshit. And he's like, there seems to be a lot of bad press on this incredibly valuable industry, and I do not feel that it's justified. All we are acting is a middleman for limited quantity items. This is just so much bullshit. Like, a lot of this is bullshit. Like, to me, like, it's like, my dude, you're buying something from a retailer to jack up the price and resell it, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's gonna sound off like, man, insensitive, but yo, if you on your P's and Q's, man, you have your PS5 already, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's true, because I was able to pre-order 3.
Shit.
4,
you know what I mean?
You
like a lot of people is very lackadaisical. Like, they were just like, oh yeah, I get it. It's be available next week, and then they can't get next week, then they get in the panic mode, and that's why they scalpers, they strive over the people when they're in panic mode, try to find these damn consoles. You know what I mean? Where people selling it for double the price, and people's doing? They buying it because they want that. They want to buy or play the PS5. But at the end of the day, man, like, yo, in your shit P's and Q's, when the console's coming out a couple of months before, if you really wanted it, you'll have it. Like I said, it's gonna sound insensitive, but the work that I did, to get a PS5, that shit was work. It was. I was working and working. I did I did OT. You know what I mean? Just to get a PS5. So, if people was on it, like their P's and Q's, they'd have it, to be honest with you.
What you think, Jack?
I'm gonna keep it 100, especially with something like a PS5 where it's this is mass produced, right? So even though people are reselling them right now, if you really want one eventually, you will be able to get one at retail. I kind of dabble in the sneaker community a little bit, and as far as this is my issue with reselling and limited run items, I always put full blame on the company selling the product, because first of all, the only reason anything is limited run or limitedly produced is because what we were saying earlier, people want what they feel like they can't have. So if you tell me, oh, we only making 2,500 of these, I'm in my mind subconsciously, I'm gonna say, oh, I gotta hurry up and buy that, because if I don't, I'm not gonna be able to get it, right? Yeah. So they simply do this so people run out and buy the shit. Companies always do this, but the thing is, they don't put the secure measures in place for actual people to buy. They put it to where bots can buy. Like, you can put captchas, all type of stuff. Type this word out, type this right. You can put things in the way to where bots cannot bypass this stuff, but they don't care, bro. They don't care who buys them, somebody buys it. So as far as their reselling stuff, I don't really got an issue with people reselling things. You know what I mean? Especially if it's mass produced. It's like, if anything, if you really want to show these PS5 resellers, don't buy it. Have them sitting up stuck with 35 PS5s. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wait till you get reached out to Target or whatever, then go cop one. But people gonna get what they want. And hey, man, everybody trying to make a quick buck, man. I'm not too mad at it personally. Like, if I didn't have a PS5, I'd probably feel different. But like Jay Bari said, man, y'all wasn't really. I don't feel like y'all was really on it if y'all ain't got one right now.
Yo, I want to adjust the chat real quick, because Persona, you scout PS5. Of course I did. Of course. Listen, I don't think, my thing is this. I just him looking for sympathy for it is where I don't agree. It's like, dude, stop. You know what you're doing. That's where my disagreement with him and what he's saying is trying to get sympathy, right? And trying to make bullshit excuses about, oh, I'm the middleman for the people. No, you're not. You're someone that's trying to jack up a price so that you can make a profit and make money off it. And listen, I agree with both Jack and Bari. Listen, man. Let me explain something to y'all. When the pre-orders first went up, I hit up my boy and I hit up Bari. And we all was on the phone trying to coordinate and get the PlayStation 5. I got 4. I got 4. Bari got however many That's just what it is, right? That's just what it is. That's life. That's business, right? You got to be on it if you want, especially with the PS5, because it's a PlayStation. You know what you're getting, right? You knew what the launch games were. We know what's coming down the pipeline. if you dragging your feet, like you missed the boat, man. You missed the boat. You gotta wait for the next boat. And
I pre-ordered 2 of them things myself.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna dump on a scalper for wanting to make money. I'm dumping on him for looking for sympathy. You're not getting no sympathy here.
Don't nobody feel bad.
What'd you say, Jack?
I don't feel bad for a scalper. Like, and then I hate them scalpers that do stupid shit. Like, oh, I was selling PS5s out the trunk of my car. I got robbed at gunpoint. They stole all my.
No sympathy.
You're like, why are you out in the streets with 35 PS5s hanging out your trunk? Like, what you know what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, streets gotta eat, my man. Like, you got to, you know.
Shit, somebody popped the trunk and I see about 5 PS5s in there. Yo, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'll rob that motherfucker.
I mean, at that point, you're obligated to. I mean, let's be real. Like, what's good, bro?
Yeah, 5 PS5s in the back of your car. That's easy.
You looking to get caught up.
I'm saying, like, stupid.
Listen, I agree. I hear it. But yo, let's move on, man. So, Electronic Arts. So EA. So, let's talk about the atrocity that is Anthem for a second, right? Anthem is a game that came out a couple months, like 2 years ago now. I think it was 2019 or 2018, one of those two. And it was in a terrible state. It was lacking content. There was a lot of things missing and a lot of features missing and things like that. It was a solid game in terms of gameplay, in terms of guns and like the flight movement, things like that. But the content, the overall scope of the game, the amount of content or lack thereof of content is what really hindered Anthem and put it in a very bad light, right? So bad that, there was an entire expose of bad management and all these different things with BioWare, and really BioWare went into hiding, and they assured the community that they were going to make Anthem right. So fast forward to now 2021, and Anthem is now in, I guess, its review stages, because this week EA was going to decide the fate of Anthem this week. So, I want to ask, man. I want to ask y'all, like, do you feel like this game should even come back out? Like, should BioWare even be wasting their time? Should they have just counted it as a loss and kept it moving? Like, what's y'all thoughts here? Do y'all think it should come back, and do you think EA is going to greenlight the game coming back, Jack?
It's funny, man. When I first saw Anthem, I think we were doing a live reaction on Weapon Wheel, and I'm kind of like a pessimistic with a lot of these games, but I saw right through Anthem as soon as I saw it. I said, this is a vertical slice. The game's not going to be nothing like this. I'm talking, part of me is like, I'm just talking shit, but at the same time, I kind of feel this way, you know what I mean? And come to find out, that was all a vertical slice. They didn't have none of the game really made when they showed it at E3 a few years back. And it's just ironic, man. It's so ironic with these games as a service. Like 85% of games as a service be the quickest games to die, right? Mm-hmm. And they never rebound from that. I guess just the model. If you don't launch a games as a service with the right model, or if you're not quick to fix it, your game's going to die very quickly. And Anthem was a victim of that. And, I remember that BioWare story. They got a room where you can go cry on your break. It was all type crazy. All type of crazy.
Yo, that is crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. I think they should cut ties with this game. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to resurrect it. Ain't nobody really checking for it like that. You can get the game for like $5 right now. I don't think people really gonna put money into it like that. Low key, I think they're gonna cut ties with BioWare. I think they're either gonna close the studio, or I think they're gonna try to sell them to Microsoft. I see that happening.
Sell them to Microsoft.
I really, because Microsoft, they'll buy any fucking. They buy it. I buy that for $1 head ass. But I don't really think they should continue this game, man. It's just a waste of money at this point. You know what I mean?
Well, I think Dragon Age 4 is BioWare's last chance. That's what I think. I think that's their last chance to make things right. And if they don't, I think that's when we're gonna be seeing BioWare just got assimilated or they being sold off to whoever or whatever the case may be, or getting closed down, because they're not gonna keep this up. They're not gonna keep this up. Well, it's 2 games because it's Dragon Age and
they make another
A new Mass Effect. Aren't they making a new Mass Effect?
Yeah, they are.
Those I think those are their last two chances. I'll be
You know,
honest with you.
They announced one of them games without EA's approval. I seen at the Game Awards. Like EA didn't even know they was going to announce they was making a new. I think it was Dragon Age. They didn't even know they was going to announce that. Like they went behind
Really?
EA back and did that.
Oh no! So EA if EA wasn't like paying attention or like letting them still kind of have their own freedom before, they not doing that now. That's not if you're announcing stuff without EA's approval or EA being in the know. Now EA is going to be like, all right, we've got creative control now, and we know how EA can get when it comes to making games when they're the ones in control. So I honestly, and I was somebody that was really hyped for this game. Egg on my face, right? I was really, really hyped for this game. The beta, like I was like, yo, this beta's really dope. Oh my God, like I love the shooting. I love this. Like I was really into this, right? And, someone like me being a big fan of Destiny, right? I'm a huge fan of Destiny. Y'all know, right? I'll defend Destiny to the end of time, right? 1 and 2. And I've got both platinums in those games. I really do love that formula that Destiny has. Like now Destiny's been messing up lately with these stasis powers and all this other stuff, but the formula of Destiny and how Destiny is structured, Bungie seems to be the only ones out of all of these games as a service games that have come out like Destiny for me personally, Destiny seems to be the ones that have gotten it as close to right as possible, right? I'm not going to say perfect because there's a lot of mess ups with Destiny, but when you look at Anthem and you look at these games as a service games like Anthem, the biggest problem is the content, man. I don't understand why. I don't understand why they make these games as a service games with content built around a casual experience. You get what I'm saying? Like when you're making a game like this where people are going to have to grind, where people are going to have to, you have to make a substantial amount of content in the first go to keep people around for at least 6 months, right? If that gives you enough time to, build out the first expansion, which should be on a large scale as well, not these, small little bite-sized pieces of content. It should be large as well, and you just add on to that, and that gives you more time to create this and create that and do special events and things like that. I personally, and again, I don't know game development, so I'm not going to sit here and explain to you or explain to people how games should be developed. What I'm explaining to you is how games should be, how developers should look at a game being played in the gamer's eyes. Because if a gamer is really going to sink time into a game that's a games as a service, or has like an end game and all this other stuff, someone that's really into the game is going to really put time into the game. And I think developers need to create the games to be centered around that audience while still having that casual experience tied in to where someone can come through and come and play and feel like they're not missing a whole lot because, they're still there. It's kind of like how WoW does it. Right? Where, you cannot play WoW for 5 years, come back and get a level up token and be able to play the new content that's out as well as the old content. You get what I'm saying? That's how you keep the casual audience happy, quote unquote. But with Anthem, and again, Anthem's biggest problem is the content. There is no content.
I disagree. With both of y'all. Listen, y'all. What I would agree with you. Based on your stance as far as content wise, but if we're looking at it as a majority thing, it's not the content, because like I said, the biggest complaint that people have for service-based games is the content, right? Oh, this game has the content.
Yeah.
Oh, how much hours you put in the game? Oh, 5. Sit your fucking ass down.
No.
please.
I'm not talking. See, but I'm not talking about them, Barry. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about. Okay.
That's what the majority of players that's playing the game is not you. I'm talking about the majority. There's a lot of people that complain about these games about content, and they got 5 hours in the game. Shut up, please. You're not playing the game enough to be talking about, oh, he doesn't have any content. What content are you playing? You know what I mean? The biggest issue with Anthem, in my personal opinion, is that they sold us a game that was not the game that they tried to sell us with.
That is a big issue.
When we played that game, it was not the same thing that we saw in those trailers. It was not the same, the movement, the battle, the actual, fighting mechanics and all that stuff was cool, but it was not the same game, the structurally wise. Also, the game was just buggy as fuck. The loading time was like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Oh, you want to go back to this dome, the home base? That joint was like 2 minutes, like 3 minutes, bro.
The loading was really bad. That was a
Nobody was trying to sit there. Yo, I streamed that game. I was like, yo, bro. You know what I mean? Normally, I try to have a good time when I stream, but I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I'm sitting here for 2 minutes. The game was crashing all over the place. That whole tethering mechanic with randoms is annoying as hell. You know what I mean? It's dumb as hell how they did that. But as far as content, I didn't play the game enough. I didn't even beat the game, the story or nothing, to say, oh, the content for me wasn't enough. Maybe if I put like 50, whatever hours in the game, I would see like, oh yeah, the content was not enough for the service-based game. But I do think they should resurrect the game, man. The game honestly had a good core, and just try to create what you tried to sell us with in the beginning. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds crazy, like, yo, you're a little bit too forgiving for all that stuff. It's not that I'm forgiving. It's just I really felt like the game was fun as far as gameplay wise, but they could just make it so much better, fix some of the online components. Story wise, I'm not really caring about the story, to be honest with you, in that game. But just make it where the online component is not tethered. Make it much easier to get into online games with friends, stuff like that. The loading in the hub world, the home world, make it much more fluent, not fluent, but make it much more faster.
But the content is still a problem though. Like I agree with you on your aspect where you have people that only put like 5-10 hours into the game or only played the initial. Avengers is a perfect example, right? It's funny too. I love Avengers, and I put well over 100 and something hours into the game, right? A lot of people that I see complain about Avengers only played the story, if that, right? Once you complete, which is like 10 hours. Once you complete the Avengers story, there's an entire. It's funny too because Avengers actually did content a lot more right than a lot of these other games, the service games. As much as people want to say the game is trash and this, the content selection for Avengers is actually pretty solid, because once you beat the initial game, the story, right, and you get into the end game, right, there's all of these like cards that you have to complete the hive room for this character, that character, this character, that character. Do this. Mission. Yeah, do these hero missions for every character. Do these villain selectors. There's actually a lot to do there, right? The problem with Avengers is the variety, right? There's only 2 villain sectors, one with Taskmaster, the other with Abomination. Come on, let's get. Come on, right? The types of missions that you do. There's a lot of them. But some of them, you're doing vaults, right? The vaults are fun, but then when you get into the vault, it's the same type of vault activity, right? Or it's the same type of requirements, things like that. But there's a lot of different vaults in a lot of different areas. It's a lot there, but some of it is, a little, and then you got the hive missions, which is wave based.
But you about to prove my point. At the point where you say, yo, it needs more content. How much hours were you into the game?
Like 150.
Exactly what I'm trying to say. A lot of people, I don't understand. Listen, I'm the type of dude, I call a lot of bullshit in the gaming community. I don't know how this is going out in the gaming community where people just letting this shit fly. Well, people are not playing the games and they complain about content. To me, you can't. That's not going to fly with me.
You know what I think the issue is too, though? I think the issue is that a lot of these games as a service, they're coming from where they're looking at metrics of games that like Jay Bari's talking about, to where it'll be a 6-hour game and motherfuckers like The Order. People's complain about The Order being too short, and then the metrics show most people didn't even beat the game, right? So I think they're coming from that type of background to where they're developing games. They're used to developing like single player experience and stuff like that. but they should look at it more like an MMO type situation, right? To where like, you know, you come out with the expansion packs and the people that play it are like hardcore dedicated, you know, they do the raids, they do all this other stuff. But I think they're looking at it from a wrong aspect from a development standpoint. And that's where you get the disconnect from it not being enough content, because they, you know, they don't expect people to put the 150 hours and actually play the content that they put in the game. You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like that's what's going on.
Yeah.
It is because, like I said, me and Persona, we're the minority as far as when we play those type of games.
Yeah.
I can ask them how much hours you got in Destiny. Majority of the people that play Destiny don't have that time that you put into Destiny.
Yeah,
that's what it.
Yeah. Well, and that's why we don't value or listen to their opinion. Like, you know, y'all know how I feel about like people that don't play games or play these games but trying to give an opinion. I always
most of Twitter.
Exactly. Most of Twitter. Like your opinion don't matter to me. First question I ask: have you played the game? No. Moving on. There's no need for this conversation.
Yo, you remember that dude on Twitter? Yo, my man catfished you.
Oh,
he's talking about an update. He's like, yo, did you play the game? He's like, you got me. I played on my other account line.
And I'm like, huh? Secondary accounts? Listen, man. Listen.
Hey, yo, man, this is not the early 2000s or mid 2000s. People like, oh, my secondary account. Only person I would believe that with is JackMove. I actually see him stream in his secondary account. Yeah. You know what I mean? You other dudes, y'all be lying, bro. Stop lying.
But JackMove got the receipts though.
Yeah,
Jack
plays games.
It's the receipts. Like, you know, I can show my trophies. I have no issues. Where you know, I hate to go off topic here, and we're gonna get back on topic, but where is the PlayStation Roundup statistics? I only seen a small few. I've only seen like a small few people post theirs, and I'm like, where's everybody? I'm genuinely curious to see how much time you putting into gaming. Personally, I'm curious. As much as people on Twitter.
Yo, Jamai, I'm not disrespecting Bioware. I would like to see them, you know, resurrect Anthem. But at the end of the day, like how I feel, to be honest with you, if they resurrect Anthem, I'll be happy. If they cut it, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
but this is why I'm so worried about Outriders. And I'm gonna grab it. I'm getting playing it.
That's probably gonna be another. Yeah, we got
that beta.
Yeah, the beta's the 25th, and it comes out April 1st. And I'm like, I don't want this to be another dud, man. Like, because it looks like a really fun game, and I already got my character that I'm gonna be using, my Technomancer. You feel me? Like, I'm excited, but games haven't had a good track record so far.
To be honest with you, I know for sure I'm going to get that game, but I don't see me pumping in 200 hours in that game like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll keep it like 30 and then I'm good here.
The beta will tell me. The beta will tell me if that's the case or not. The beta. But yo, let's move on. All right, so listen, man. I know a lot of people that don't like Ubisoft games, right? And don't like Ubisoft because, you know, they think their games are trash, or, you know, they're too repetitive, all these different things. They make the same old games, all that stuff, right? Well, Ubisoft is changing their focus, man, and I don't know how to feel about this yet. So Ubisoft will no longer focus purely on AAA titles, ramping up free-to-play games this year. And essentially, the statement, it says, in fiscal 2022, we continue our evolution from AAA release-centric models towards a model where AAAs stand alongside new premium and free-to-play innovative experiences across the platforms. These diverse experiences will feed on each other through complementary gameplay and business models. We said for a number of years that our normal template is to come either with 3 or 4 AAA games, so we'll stick to this pattern for fiscal year 2022. But we see that we are continuously moving from a model that used to be only focused on AAA releases to a model where we have a combination of strong releases from AAAs and strong back catalog dynamics, but also complementing our program of new releases with free-to-play and other premium experiences. Jack, we're gonna start with you again, man. What's your, do you even like Ubisoft? I think I want to start with that question with you, man. Like, how do you feel about Ubisoft and their games?
I used to really like Ubisoft a lot. huge fan of Prince of Persia. You know what I mean? And you can see what they're doing with that now. So yeah, they kind of love the South Park games. I wish they'd make another one. But other than that, man, Ubisoft recently, I ain't been feeling it at all.
You ain't tried Mortal Phoenix? It's a good game.
Oh man, I haven't tried that one, yo. Like they've been rubbing me wrong ever since they started the Assassin's Creed games. I mean, I played some of the Tom Clancy joints, like the what's that, Wildlands. I played that. It was a cool game, but it was kind of boring at the same time. Like I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
Played Watch Dogs 2. I don't know.
Okay. Bari, what's your thoughts on this one?
Yo. Hey, this article scares me, man. Like, I'm not saying I hate Ubisoft games. It's just some of Ubisoft, like, they have that stench, man, where it's just like, yo, you have a good story, you have a lot of good components, but then you tack on just extra stuff just for the sake to be long. But reading this now and ramping up the free-to-play games, but still having a structure of AAA games, that tells me that you're going to blend the two. So now, a lot of the stuff that you're going to be doing in the AAA games is going to have free-to-play mechanics in there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting from this article here. So you can hit your fiscal marks or your revenue marks that you want. They see some free-to-play games are very, very lucrative. Not every free-to-play game is a hit. But Ubisoft, a lot of people do buy their game. Maybe they will have that formula where they can create a hit, and if that joins a hit, they're gonna, just like every Ubisoft game, they implement the same shit in every Ubisoft game. Immortal Phoenix Rising, real talk, I love that game. I would have beat that game a long time ago if it didn't have that Ubisoft, implementation in there, real talk. I think the game is amazing. I do like the exploration and all that stuff, but sometimes you just get tired. It's like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? Relax, calm down. I just did everything that I could in this section of the world. Then I get to a new section of the world, and you have 80 things that I can do again. Relax, please. Relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, one thing I got to say, we're going to go off a tangent a little bit. With Ghost of Tsushima, they nailed it. Yo, Ghost, I don't know what Ghost did, but the side stuff, it felt important where... And the stuff that they added to it, like how they made it like a mystical tale, and the flow, the pacing of the game, it didn't feel like I was cutting the game short or I was cutting the game long. It just went along with the game. Ubisoft don't have that fragrance, you know what I mean? Even though I think they have some good games, I'm not discrediting that, but it's just sometimes, man, it's like it's a little too much, man. But this article scares me right here, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I've been a big fan of Ubisoft for a long time. I kind of fell off a lot of their games because especially the Assassin's Creed games, because I couldn't finish Odyssey, but I liked Origins, right? I didn't like Odyssey, but I like Valhalla, right? Even I need to go back and finish it. I love Immortal Phoenix, right? But
which one's Odyssey? That's the Rome one. Oh, the Egypt one.
Greece. There's Greek.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad. Okay,
Odyssey
I know
is with the Malacca and all that shit.
Yeah.
But the thing about Ubisoft is, with a lot of their games that I've noticed, it's more so about the money than anything else, right? Like the quality department with Ubisoft can be lacking at times, which is why I'm so surprised that Immortal Phoenix Rising turned out so great as it is.
It's not a Ubisoft dev.
Yeah,
they just bought. They bought onto the game. Remember that game? That game was a Kickstarter when it first came out.
Wow.
That's why it's so good. But them saying they want to go free to play and they focus on mobile, they want to bring mobile into the mix and things like that. I feel like that's just a cleaner way of saying we're trying to get more money in microtransactions and all this other stuff, because people
adapting.
Yeah, because how many people putting out these free to play games hoping to get that Fortnite kick, right? make billions and billions every year off of a free-to-play game because you're putting all these skins and shit in the game and just hoping that they can do that. Because that's a win-win. That's a do-nothing job, really. A lot of companies want that, and that's what they're chasing. The problem with that is the games like Fortnite, those are like once in a while type of games. And what I mean by that is when Fortnite is one of the first people to really get into that and adopt that. So of course they've got like that grandfathered status. They grandfathered in, right? And they do a good job of keeping the game relevant. They just added Flash. Fortnite does a good job of keeping the game relevant. Its quality is there and things like that. And I don't really like Fortnite. Like, I don't really play it, but you can't deny that the game is a quality experience in terms of all these characters you can have, all these different changes they make, the season-ending events that they do, the concerts on the game, that type of stuff is why that game is still making billions, right? GTA is one of the first to make that style of game, right? So when you see GTA 5 selling 50 million copies lifetime, right? Making billions of dollars. Look at what they add all these different things to the game. They keep the game up. With Ubisoft, I don't see them doing that. I see them trying to make an experience, throw some microtransactions in, and hope that, and build the experience around the microtransactions. Oh, well, you can't be mad at us because it's free. That's what they want to be able to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Ubisoft thriving in the free-to-play market.
Oh no, I think they had a game on this. I could be wrong, but they had a game on the mobile. Yo, I was addicted to this game. It was like a crocodile game, and you had to like fix the pipe so the water is leaking. I think that was Ubisoft. I'm not sure.
Well, let me rephrase. I don't see them being on the level of Fortnite.
Fortnite
they gonna make money with this. You got to think, because if you think about it, Ubisoft is one of the only dev that has more than one successful games as a service right now. Like they've actually been able to fix their games as a service, and Ubisoft don't never shy away from doing less work. So listen, they finna do like. And what's funny about Ubisoft games, people complain about them year after year. It's the same shit I just played. Same shit. Then you see the sales number. Oh, it sold 6 million copies. It's like, goddamn! Like, apparently you like it. Apparently you like it.
I look at Ubisoft dudes like I look at COD dudes, because people complain about COD every single year. Even though these last two, like as a COD fan, even though these last 2 years really have been complete shit for Call of Duty, like real, and I'm not just as a long-time fan, these last 2 years have been horrible, right?
But they break a record-breaking numbers.
They break records. People say they hate COD, but it still sell every year.
Same thing with 2K and Madden.
Yep.
Hate the game, but you got to see if the next year.
Yeah. Hyperscape. That's a free-to-play Ubisoft game.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, man.
Yo, all they gotta do is Assassin's Creed type battle royale game for free.
Rayman, they're gonna have a Rayman game like that with the rabbits and shit. They're gonna have that.
People gonna jump on that. They game sell, man. Ubisoft shit sell.
Yeah. But yo, let's move on. CD Projekt Red.
I know this dude was waiting to talk about this shit.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Every time I try to step away, CD Projekt Red pulled me back in, and I'm the host this week, so we was gonna talk about it. We was gonna talk about it, right? So what am I talking about? Let's share the screen.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know this dude's face, yo.
I'm excited. All right, so CD Projekt Red hit with a ransomware attack. Hackers threatened to release confidential documents. So what am I talking about here? What are we talking about here? So CD Projekt Red has revealed that its latest victim of they have been the latest victims of a string of ransomware attacks targeting video game developers and publishers, and it's been confirmed that they got the source code for Witcher 3, Cyberpunk 2077. Hopefully the hackers fix that game, and a bunch of information containing to accounting, legal, HR, investment relations, and more. Right, And they put out a tweet this week, or was it last week, at letting their former employees know that they may wanna also secure their stuff and make sure everything is good, right?
Jesus.
My God. So the ransomware, I forgot how much they're asking for. They're asking for a couple million, right? But it also, the news also came out that the hackers auctioned off Witcher 3 source code already. Like it got auctioned off and bought already.
Darknet.
On the dark net. So
Sheesh.
these hackers aren't playing. And CD Projekt Red has said that they're not going to give in to the demands. Talk about kicking a horse while it's down. Jesus Christ. This development team, I feel bad. I don't feel bad for the managers. And I don't feel bad for the company. I feel bad for just the regular developer that just get up every day, go to work. To deal with all this, right, at work, I would have been out the door already. Like, you know what? This is way too much for me. I'm going to a PlayStation dev where they make real good games, and I'm out of here, right? But yo, Jack, man, what's your thoughts on this, man? Like, I'm gonna ask this question, and this may sound like a really messed up question to people in the chat, but I'm curious to know what people think. Do you think, like, with all this stuff that keeps happening to CD Projekt Red, how much longer can they sustain? How much longer can they hold out? And I don't mean with the ransomware. I just mean be a actual development team. Like, how much longer can they keep doing this?
Man, you know, this is a crazy situation, but at the same time, this is how I view it, right? First of all, we all know about CD Projekt Red. The community is to blame for some of this. You know, the way they put them up on a pedestal of like the likes of Naughty Dog and Rockstar. You know, just you know, shit they couldn't really live up to, right? And they've proven that they can't do it. As far as CD Projekt Red, I don't really feel sympathy for them simply because, okay, they bought this on themselves, and then when everything came to the light, instead of, you know, admitting fault, saying we're sorry, we're gonna fix this, they did a little bit of that, but they also pointed fingers. They blamed everybody that wasn't them. You know, they want this ain't on us. You know what I mean? Even though we acknowledge we brought out a horrible game, and you know, they knew everything that was gonna happen, right? So they knowingly did this, blamed everybody else, and now we see what, you know, the chickens have come home to roost. You know, listen. They might as well not even pay him because the shit is on the dark web. I don't know if y'all familiar with the dark web, but like people go to the dark web to get like people assassinated, right? So listen, that shit is gone. You might as well just let that go, man. So the source code is out there. There ain't no telling what kind of mods and new versions of the games about to come out. But I have no sympathy. You know what I mean? It's a messed up situation, but at the same time, I'm a big believer in karma. I'm a big believer that you get the energy you put out. They shouldn't have released the game in this state. I'm not justifying what happened, but I'm one of the people, you know, are you surprised that this happened? Because I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bari, what you think, man?
Yo, it's low key. It's kind of sad, man. Like, yo, the hard work these devs put in, well, the quote unquote hard work they put in, like their source code is just out there for anybody, you know, that want it can get it, you know, at whatever cost, I guess, you know, on the dark web. But yo, this is crazy. I kind of agree with Jack though, man. You know, the energy you put out, you know, is what you're gonna receive, man. You know, they definitely you know, pretty much lied to console gamers. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You gotta respect the people that, you know, the best place to play a game now.
Hey, speak your truth.
Console gamers put them in the situation they're in right now. Console gamers the reason Witcher 3 did the numbers it did. When it was a PC only game, it wasn't doing all that, bro. Look what it did when it went to consoles. Like, come on, man.
Consoles put it on the map. You know what I mean? You can't disrespect us like that, man. But yeah, like I don't really have that much to say, man. It sucks, but then again, it's just like I'm sick and tired of CD Projekt Red BS with the whole Cyberpunk. Because that was a game I was anticipating, and the game was hot garbage. And it's not because it's hot garbage, because they made a hot garbage product and they lied about it. You know what I mean? It's just like two negatives right there. But it kind of sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contrary to how I feel about CD Projekt Red, listen. If you've watched any of my podcasts on my channel for years, not just now, I always wondered, why is CD Projekt Red on the level of Rockstar? Who is putting them there? Why? Right? But in this instance, well, go ahead.
PC gamers that haven't played a Naughty Dog game.
Facts. but begging for it to come to their platform. Anyway,
you saw the Ratchet. My bad. You saw the Ratchet and Clank. It's like, yo, the Karen PC. They tight. My bad. Go ahead,
man. The PC elitists, man. They like the Karens of the gaming community. Anyway,
they tight, boy.
Hold up before my stream mess up again. But in terms of this hack, I do feel bad. Honestly, all jokes aside, I do feel bad. I do feel like they can't catch a break, right? It's messed up because now, everyday developers are just trying to work and feed their families, and their information is out there, man. And now they got to like go through all these precautions and preventive measures to make sure that their identity, make sure that their information and things like that are safe. And, a part of me feels like the hackers didn't really want that stuff, but they took it anyway. I feel like they really just wanted this. I feel like they most wanted the source code and things like that, and to cause mayhem. I hope, because I wouldn't want no one to lose their job, so I do hope that they can bounce back. I honestly do, But you're not in first class no more. You in coach, like you in the back of the plane. Go back. So I hope everything works out for them. Honestly.
This is definitely on CD Projekt Red though, because apparently I'm hearing it wasn't even like encrypted properly to where they,
of course
they got all the information. Like, yeah, it was no encryption on any of this stuff. It's like, bro, you're not even same thing. What I was saying with the websites, they're not taking preventative measures so they don't get messed over. I don't understand this, bro. Like, you're $1 billion company, and you just got the information there for somebody to get, take. I don't
well, that's something that, a lot of companies struggle with because, a lot of people feel like spending money to secure their IT infrastructure and paying competent people to have to monitor and encrypt and secure your networks and things like that. A lot of companies think that stuff is not an expense that they should put money towards. And that's why you see a lot of companies that end up, getting hacked. Some can't even bounce back because the hacks are so bad and trust is lost and people's identity is out there because people aren't taking the right measures to secure their networks.
I'll be honest with you. I think companies should. I agree with you 100%. They should go and take those measures to secure their network. But if a hacker or hackers is focused on wanting to hack you, they're gonna hack you, bro.
No, of course. But what I'm saying is,
it will make it harder. It's a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If companies were spending top dollar on security, SOCs, which is secure. Oh shit, I can't. I forgot what an SOC is. Lord have mercy. But security analysts, risk management, penetration testers, right? Penetration testers, blue hat, white hat hackers, and things like that. Those people are specifically meant to test your network, try to break into your network, look for vulnerabilities and things like that keep your network secure. Look for vulnerabilities and things like that then they, obviously bring to the attention of the company, to the CEOs, whoever, and they, the right measures are taken to secure your network, right? This is why all these different types of jobs and things like that exist, of pen testers, blue hat penetration testers, white hat hackers, offensive security, defensive security. All these different things are out there, but people do not want to take the time to put money into that. They don't want to take the time to train the right people. They don't want to take the time to buy the right products. They don't want to take the time to put that type of money into the infrastructure. So what happens? People get hacked. This is what happens. It's messed up. But having those preventive measures there makes it a lot harder for the hacker that's trying to get in. Not saying he's never, ever going to get in, but if you have these preventive measures there and you're proactive within your company with this type of stuff, it's a lot harder for them to get through. But I digress. Wish all the best to CD Projekt Red. Hopefully this is the last time we talking about him. I doubt it will be, but you know, we can hope, right?
Penetrate. Yeah, yo, Shadow, get your mind out of the gutter, man.
Oh man, pen testers. But yo, man, listen. WB is under fire, right? WB is under fire for patenting the Nemesis system, right? They are the ones that created this Nemesis system. And for those that don't know what the Nemesis system is so Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, the Nemesis system is, you know, if you fight a captain or a Grog or whoever, right, and you beat him, and you let him, and you don't kill him, or even if you kill him, right, he'll either come back, or one of his friends will try to avenge him, or he'll come back and try to kill you. He'll come back, he'll learn your pattern of how you fought, and train and come back stronger and better. And how you fought him the first time, if you try to fight them again, it's not gonna work. I'm dead serious too. It's very adaptive in that manner. And this is something that WB Games and developers created and specifically put into the Shadow of Mordor games, right? So they're under fire for trying to patent something like this. So essentially, a lot of people are saying, like, you know, this is really gross, especially for a franchise that built its brilliant Nemesis system on top of a whole heap of mechanics replicated from other games, as all games do. Because that's how culture and creativity work, be better. Riot Games expressed concerns about the broad language used in the patent, which would make things difficult for other studios, especially indie developers who don't have the funds to fight legal battles. And then, you know, Manning wrote, "Hey, this fucking sucks. I looked at the patent and it's so broad as to be absurd. Multiple other emergent narrative systems that have seen and worked on could be described with their language. It probably would not be legally enforceable, but I and other indie devs don't have the money to find out." So essentially, it's a very broad. The way the patent is written. It's extremely broad to cover more things than just the Nemesis system. But, you know, Bari, let's start with you. Go ahead. Are you clapping?
Hell yeah, I'm clapping. Good job, WB. Fuck these people.
Let me do the clap sound. Let me do the clap sound.
Clap, man.
For you. Let me help you out.
W is trying to get their coins, man. They created a system, and y'all want to capitalize on the system that they created. How dare you know what I mean? Yeah, obviously, I think this thing is gonna get reworked because how broad it is. But I don't see no wrong with them trying to capitalize on something that they created. So if you want to use something like a Nemesis system within your game, you gotta pay them up. It's their shit. They created it. You know what I mean? That's how business work. Indie devs, get a publisher. You know what I mean? So you can pay for that type of stuff if you want to implement that type of system in your game. But you can't just be like, yo, somebody created something. It's just like, oh, I can use what you created for free in my game, and that game blows up bigger than the game that you created. You know, if that's a scenario that can happen. Mm-hmm. WB wants their coins. You can't blame them for that. Fuck out of here, man. I'm pretty sure that indie dev, he created something cool and innovated. He patented that shit too. Get your ass down somewhere, man. Sorry, yeah. I'm not sensitive for none of that. They created a dope ass system. They should have been patenting that shit. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Jack, how you feeling, man?
I'm more in line to what Jay Bari is saying. The thing about it, they definitely should receive revenue if they patent this and they license it out. I don't see an issue with that. But my issue with this is pretty much they're saying how broad it is. So pretty much what I'm inferring from this is that somebody could come out with something that's not even really too much completely like the Nemesis system, but the way that they got this patent set up is like they could take legal action. Like, damn, that's close enough. You know what I mean? This is in our patent. So
even though there's no validity, like there might not be any validity there, they still have the grounds to sue or to take them to court.
Yeah, see, depending on how petty they are, that can muddy up a lot of things. And I've been looking into like copyright and trademark patent type stuff, and it's a lot that goes into it. Like, and what I was reading, you got to be like extremely specific because if you're not, they're gonna deny it, right? So to hear that this passed through and it's not specific at all, I'm like, damn. Like, so I don't know if the person that allowed this was asleep at the wheel or did they not, know everything that go into this type of situation, but it really depends on how they play it, how WB plays it, man. If they want to be petty and, you know what I mean? If they want to start taking legal action against all these games, that's going to be real crazy. But
yeah.
I don't have an issue with them trying to get paid for something they created. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think playing both games and experiencing that Nemesis system, I can see how someone would want that to be exclusive to just their creations, because it really is a very impressive system. The way you can level up people, bring captains up, and you'll have your captains will make nemesis of other captains from other clans, and they'll fight, and all this will happen while you are on or off the game. That's what's it's crazy. So I get it.
Yo, we was just talking about Nemesis the other day too. Like, yo, why more games don't have this system?
Hey,
yeah.
But has anybody ever done something like this though? Because shit like bullet time. Imagine if they would have patented bullet time. Like all the games they got that now. You know what I mean? Like, have we ever seen somebody do something like this?
It's like the Apple situation, right? When they try to patent the touchscreen, and people was like, "What?"
Imagine could nobody else use touchscreen. Like,
could you imagine if that patent would have went through and nobody else could use touchscreen, or they would have to pay Apple to be able to use this?
Apple didn't create the actual touchscreen, but here WB actually created a system in the game. Yeah, it's on top of other things that other games have, but that specific Nemesis system they created.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's strictly business. Jack have Jiggy clothes, right? Mm-hmm. And he has his logos, his symbols, and I'll be like, yo, Jack, I'm gonna put that on my shirt. You know what I mean? That's what the indie was trying to say. Like, yo, this you created, I should be able to put it on my shirt too. You gonna have to cough up some money. That's gonna cost. Or like
if they use it.
Yeah, no, that's actually true. You got to be real specific with that stuff, because people will steal ideas.
Oh, absolutely.
And steal like man, people will steal your ideas, man. I've seen that stuff, man. Like, I've seen it happen on social media and like in the real world. I've seen that stuff
on YouTube.
I was gonna say, bro. Hey, man.
Still tweets and all types of shit, bro. I'm like, bro, I just tweeted this like 3 minutes ago. Like, I don't.
Hey, yo, listen. We really think all I'm gonna say, Jack. All I'm gonna say is look at my stream layout. Just look. That's all I'm gonna say is just look at my stream layout and then go look at other people's stream layout. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, let's move on.
I ain't see your shit.
We know the vibes.
One for one, the colors, everything. Yo, let me shut up, man.
I don't watch it. I agree with Sick too, man. It does force devs to be creative. You know what I mean? Like, yo, create a different system, or that's better.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Sick too, man. All right, man. We in the topic portion now, man. I'm excited about this because it's another topic here that I forgot to put. Right, but real quick, let's just go through the Final Fantasy VII news really fast. So, Final Fantasy VII remake.
You want to do real fast? I'm sorry. You want to go real fast? There was no news.
there was no news, but the speculation is that there's going to be an announcement at the orchestra tonight for Final Fantasy.
The orchestra already happened. There's no news.
Oh, it happened? I thought it was. Oh yeah, because it's Japan. So there was no news. There was nothing.
There's no announcements. No news. Nothing.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Let's move on then. So let's talk about E3, right? So we're in the topic portion. All right, we're gonna talk about this topic, and so my question to you all is: Does the world need E3 anymore? Now, here's where the question comes from. VGC put out an article talking about E3, the ESA E3 is planning a digital E3 event for 2021, right? So some of the details were they plan to the plans have yet to be approved by ESA members, but Jeff Keighley will not be involved, which is a huge L. We'll focus on summer. I guess he'll be focusing on Summer Game Fest again. There's no details on how many have signed up, and apparently there's a 6-figure sum is required to join the program. I think the fuck not. So, when I seen that portion, I immediately said, E3 clearly is full of themselves. Because in this day, if one thing that the pandemic has taught us is that social media is a powerful tool, extremely powerful. We got someone that's on the road to be famous because she put Gorilla Glue on her hair. Do not underestimate the power of social media, right? The online events that people have been holding throughout all of 2020, the PlayStation Summer event in June, that garnered how much attention? There was no physical presence. It was all digital. The Microsoft events, the Summer Game Fest, Gamescom, the award show, all of these things digital. They're and a much lower cost. Why do we need E3 anymore? Why does E3 so again, it goes back to my question. Does the world need E3? I'm gonna start with you, Jack. Give me your thoughts on this one. Like, how you feel?
Well, the world definitely doesn't need E3. I mean, it was nice to have, but at the end of the day, E3, the ESA or whatever, their greed got the best of them. Game devs might not admit it. They don't fucking like E3 anymore, right? Because E3 forced them to. A lot of devs complained about this. E3 forced them to put together demos and trailers for games that aren't ready, aren't close to being ready. They got to crunch and make these demos. And we get things like vertical slices. We get Anthem situations. You know what I mean? With E3 being at a set time, it placed restraints on the dev team that they really wasn't feeling. And going back to the greed, devs and media people, they didn't even really like for them to open it up to the public. They started to open E3 up to the public, making it hard for them to do their jobs. It was all a money situation at the end of the day. And a lot of people complain like, oh man, look at E3. If we would have had E3, all these boring ass conferences during the summer wouldn't have happened. They would have happened. They just would have been all together. You know what I mean? You still would have got that same boring ass information, but in a ball of information. I mean, it would have been all in one place for you to get. But definitely, and then speaking of like patents and working around shit, companies started to work around E3. Okay, we're not going to officially attend E3 and spend that money, but we're going to put our conference right next door to the official E3 and put it the day before, put it the day after. You know what I mean? So they was finessing it anyway. So it was only like three official E3 conferences by the time we got to this point. Because EA pulled out, they had their own situation.
Ubisoft pulled out.
Ubisoft, Nintendo, they all was around. Bethesda, like none of these was like official E3 conferences. Microsoft, like bro, it was crazy how they was finessing it. But we don't need E3 anymore, man. You can do this stuff online. You can have it in a controlled environment. You control the narrative. Okay, we got 6 devs, 2 of them ain't ready to go yet. All right, we can delay the conference when everybody ready to go. We can, do the little highlight reel or whatever. E3 is definitely not needed anymore. Hey, man.
What you think,
Change
Bari?
your times.
Jack is 100% right, but
I knew that butt was coming, man. Oh my god. God.
Cause he's what he said is pure facts. But I personally would have like an E3 event where you have that one centered event that it's kind of like, I know it's a corny how everybody compared to the Super Bowl, but it's that one football event that everybody would just clamor to. It doesn't matter if you ain't watched football all year, or you watch it once or twice within a year, but that specific event everybody clamors to it because all the attention is on there, where people can promote their stuff and all that. With not having E3, and we having all these summer events, and everybody's doing their own separate thing. Somebody's doing Summer Game Fest, and then other person actually doing the stream here. There's a whole
it's confusing. It's confusing.
That's just
Well,
all over.
it just needs to. I feel like with that, it just needs to be cleaned up a bit more.
Yeah.
But the thing is, now that you don't have it in that E3 presence, everybody's going to want to capitalize. So you're going to see the Jeff Keighley's come out that's going to do their own thing here. Even though everybody's doing their own thing anyway at E3, you still have that one centered show where now you have the summer. Look at that Summer Game Fest. One man was talking about a controller. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you had everybody up here getting excited. Everybody do their.
That was dry. It was dry.
Yo, dude was talking about the dual sense. Yeah, it was it. He barely showed anything. At the end of the day, I would just like to have an E3 event, that one event.
But it wasn't. But E3 wasn't one event though. Because the Xbox stream was being done on Xbox channel. PlayStation was on PlayStation. Xbox. There wasn't just one centered place. E3 was just. They were still tagged when it was E3. They were tagging along to that.
I'm saying E3 is an event though. It's one event.
Yeah.
Everybody, they're doing their own separate thing, but everybody's coming together to that one event. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's no different than. Well, I'm not going to make that comparison because that's going to, that's not going to help my argument. But
make the comparison.
I just nah, I ain't gonna do that. But I personally, I just like it's just a traditional thing. Like I didn't like how the way how 2020 went when it came to all the gaming news. Personally, I didn't like it.
Let me ask you a question, Bari. Do you think your nostalgia is clouding your judgment of practicality?
It's not clouding my judgment of practicality because there was no practicality taken. Like I said, you had
not practicality, convenience. Sorry, convenience. Because
it's more convenient to have that one event. Yo, they were doing shows for stupid shit, bro. Like if you just had it in that one weekend, it would. Yo, yeah, they had us waiting weeks upon weeks. Like one event here happened where you had they talk about Tony Hawk. Is tune in next time Summer Games, and it'll be a dumbass event like doing some dumb shit, bro. Like if it was E3, it would have been that one thing where we're not waiting 2 weeks just for this little itty bitty information. You know what I mean?
But even at E3, hold on, because even at E3, there are shows or events or whatever that go on that we don't learn anything, and we still have to wait.
What I'm talking about is the timing. You're still having that show within that E3 event. E3 is like a weekly event, like a week event. Dudes was doing shows. Here's Tony Hawk announcement. The next week is here's the DualSense. The next week is we're creating a board game for Warcraft.
A lot of that stuff wasn't neat, yo. Like,
it was garbage, bro.
Well, I think
but at the same time, but this is my thing though. At the same time, would you rather them? I mean, I don't think none of this shit should have been announced, no way. But it's like I understand what you're saying, but like, is it gonna make it better if they put it in a 2-hour presentation? I mean, the same shit they was trickling out. Like either way, you're still gonna be bored out of your mind. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you be bored for that one day. I'm not gonna wait for
you just wanted it one day and not spread over 3 months.
Bro, you remember last year? Yo, dude has we're gonna announce a game. You know what I mean? They announced the Tony Hawk thing. Yo, tune in next summer event. And it was some BS. Like everybody's anticipation. Like, yo, summer game event. What's going to happen? It was some BS tweet that could have been tweeted.
Yeah.
You had that 1 hour event where you talk about Tony Hawk and the BS little thing that you announced. I would have been more inclined with that than having me wait a week separating it.
But that's my thing though. With these companies, and I'm gonna stick to PlayStation. With things like PlayStation. They announced the release date for Ratchet Clank. Look how much buzz. That was literally yesterday. Was it yesterday, right? Yesterday. No, I keep getting the times mixed up. When was it? Thursday? Wednesday? Thursday? I think it was Thursday.
It was like a couple days ago.
It was Thursday. But look at that though. They released the release date for Ratchet and Clank and look at the buzz that has. Certain things that was being announced at the Summer Game Fest. I do agree that stuff could have either been not shown at all or be summarized down to a tweet, right? I think when it comes to these companies now, right, and again, we'll stick to PlayStation. When you look at what PlayStation does and what PlayStation is doing with how they're trickling out news and information, I don't feel like they even need to do that many shows anymore if there's not a substantial amount of information to provide. Which is why I'm saying it eliminates wasting everybody's time, because let's take it out of gaming and take it into work, right? How many times have you gotten an email? I mean, how many times have you gotten an invitation for a meeting? You go to the meeting, and by the end of the meeting, you're like, "Yo, this could have been an email. This could have been, a couple of messages back and forth, and
I do
things
one
like
better.
that." No, hold on. What I'm saying is, with these companies, it gives freedom for them to put out the information when there's substantial information to provide. Having to be obligated to go to a show every year and have to scurry to provide substantial information to appease to that audience in that specific time frame, it puts constraints and really bores it. It ends up becoming a negative, because it's like, well, damn, you didn't really show much. Or damn, I want to see more. Oh, but damn, I want this. Like, when it's like, yo, this all could have just been some tweets, a couple of PlayStation blog articles or whatever, and that information is out there. And then when the substantial information is ready, that's when we can do a state of play. That's when we can do a large scale digital event that's going to really give the information that we want to see. Destruction All Stars is the perfect example. Let's use Returnal. Fuck it. How many times have we, people keep saying, oh, I don't know what Returnal is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. They've put out a couple of articles. Housemarque has done the Housemarque chats. And then they just put out a couple weeks ago the combat trailer showing off different weapons, different things that you could do. And then they accompanied that with an article that explains how the gameplay is going to be with Returnal. A YouTube video and a tweet, and it's got the buzz that it's going to get.
Hold on. Y'all want to listen? People in the chat, y'all want to see a magic trick? I'm going to show you guys a magic trick. JackMove and Persona had a different opinion about E3 than me, right? I'm about to flip their opinions right here. You're going to see this magic trick live. Watch this. We're going to do the correlation, right? Check this out. Y'all ready? Y'all want to see the magic trick? Are you ready? Do you want to see a magic trick? All right, here we go. So I'm going to make the comparison with E3 and the digital events to this, right? Would you want movie theaters to go away just because streaming a movie is more convenient right now?
No.
Ta-da!
No. Movie theaters are an entirely different thing. Production companies use movie theaters to put the movie out there and get its initial money. The money that movie theaters make, the money that movies make is a trickle-down effect. It hits the movies, then DVD, Blu-ray, then streaming, right? That's how that process works. With Game Award shows and things like that, that type of process does not work here. You can put the information out on Twitter, on social media, because of the power of social media and the power of the reach that social media has, and reach that same audience. With streaming, there's no money being made. No, hold on. With movies, money's being made through all processes. With going to these award shows and things like that, that's an expense. That's not money being made. That's an expense.
No. That's just like going to a movie theater. That's money made. That's an expense. You going to that movie theater. No.
I'm talking about for the person providing the service. So the production company.
But I'm saying the correlation is this: the fact that you can eliminate the process of going to a movie to watch the same movie, but even though you have the convenience of streaming the movie, are you getting the same experience with going to the movie theater?
But this is the thing, though. I can see if you said if you're streaming it at the house, you can only watch 15 minutes of the movie a day or a week. You know what I mean? I can see the correlation then, but like you can arguably get a better experience at home though too.
You're not getting the same.
depending on how long your money is, what your setup looking like, you might get a better experience at home. Like we don't know. You know what I mean?
You're not getting the same. Going to a movie is like going to like a gaming event. You're interacting with people.
No,
you know
you're
what
not.
I mean?
Stop. No, stop. Did you just say going to the movie theater is like going to an event because you're not interacting with nobody. You go to the ticket counter, can I get my ticket? You go to the concession stand, can I get my popcorn? You go into a dark ass movie theater and sit for 2 hours. You ain't talking. No, Bari, stop. You're not talking through a movie for 2 hours. You're quiet sitting in a movie.
No, there are some people that can go to a gaming event and not communicate with nobody as well. You know what I mean? They can just go to the gaming event, watch whatever they gotta watch, play whatever they play.
Hey, yo, bro.
I'm saying that when you go to a movie theater, it's like an event because there's other people that's the same common thinking as you, the same thing in common that you're going to try and enjoy this movie. You can strike a conversation with somebody before the movie or after.
Ain't nobody. Yo, Bari, stop. You talking to people at the movies or you sitting there watching the movie? Yo, you reaching right now. This a reach. This a reach.
What I'm saying is that you're not getting the same experience that you would get at home that what you can get from a movie. Same thing like you watching a digital event at home rather than being at the event itself. It's not the same experience. That's my comparison.
No, but what I'm trying to understand is how is the correlation between going to a movie theater and going to an event? There is no correlation because I
just said it.
You said that you're communicating, interacting. No one's interacting with anybody during a movie.
If E3 goes away, you're gonna miss that experience that you can get by going to an E3 event. Is what I'm saying. Yes, it's more convenient that you can just stream these stuff and watch this stuff, but you're not going to get that interactive event or whatever you're getting from the event. You might not be. You can be that person that don't talk to nobody, or you can be the person that interacts with people. Regardless of what it is, you are still surrounded around people that have the same common thinking as you. No different than you going to a movie theater. That's my correlation. Magic trick done. You guys have changed.
No, it is no magic trick because you still, at the end of the day, the
magic trick was your answer.
No. The at the end of the day, the events are still happening, but they're happening in a digital sense, live streamed. The events are still happening. You're still if PlayStation PlayStation can still do a PlayStation state of play or all access or whatever. It's not like the events are not happening and you're still not getting the information all at once.
I'm not disregarding that. I'm talking about the actual experience. It's like, okay, you watch PSX at home, but you also went to PSX live. Is it the same experience, Persona?
No, it's not. It's not. No. Wait, no. You hold on. Let me explain. Yes,
did the person home get the same? Did the person home get the same information that you got there at PSX being there live?
Yes, they did. But there is no correlation between that and the movie theater because the only thing that's missing from that in the movie theater is $20 popcorn and $100 drink, which you can get all that shit at home. You can pop some popcorn in a microwave and pour you a drink and you'll get that same experience as being in a movie theater because movie theater is popcorn, drink, lights out, people quiet, watch movie. That same experience can be recreated at home. In terms of an event like PSX, that type of event, of course, it cannot be recreated at home because that is a full-fledged event of vendors and demos and all these other things, right? No. That I agree with you with, but in terms of getting the information, that is the same across the board because we are both sitting, albeit live or at home, sitting and getting the same information. What I'm saying is, hold on.
No, I can't have you hold on because you're going off on a tangent where that's not even my argument. My argument is not information. My argument is the experience. You going and talking about information is
that's subjective. The experience is subjective, though.
Yeah, it's subjective as how you want to experience the event. No different than a movie. Persona, he keeps saying that the way how he experienced a movie is how everybody's experience. No, that's not how everybody experiences a movie. It's a different experience. Watching a movie than staying in your house.
Okay, so movie theater, are they all sitting down, looking at the movie with their eyes and listening and watching and listening?
People talking
you
trash.
can cheer and do that at home.
I seen a dude try to go to Incredible Hulk.
You can do that at home. You can cheer, laugh. I do all that at home watching these movies too.
Oh, at home with who?
You could be with your girl. You could be wherever. It could be your girl. It could be family. This is why I'm saying it does. The experience can. It can be a family movie night. It could be you and your girl, right?
Or
it
you
can
do
be.
That
It could be
strangers with the same.
Who the fuck want to? But that's because no. Hold on. No. I stopped myself because I'm about to phrase what I'm about to say because I knew you was going to do that. It's yes, you're in a big ass auditorium with strangers, right? But they all are having their own experience. They're not with you, so you're both of your experiences don't connect. It's both of you happen to be in the same place watching a movie. That's it. That's the only thing that's the only thing that's the same.
You have the same common a gaming event, E3s. Somebody might go there for a different somebody might go there for a different reason on what they want to do, but we are still in the same space. That's the dynamicness that would happen in an event. Why?
So let me ask this:
you being at home.
Let's stick to the movie.
I remember when the Biggie Smalls movie came out, the Notorious movie came out. Yo, when the songs came out, guess what everybody was doing? Everybody was singing the shit.
Yeah, they were singing it, fucking up the movie for people that was just trying to watch it.
Hey, but that's
fucking up the movie. I remember I was young and I went to go see Brooklyn's Finest in the movie theater. These niggas these people in the movie theater wouldn't shut the fuck up. They kept and it ruined the experience.
Yo, I know Persona fronting because me and Persona, we met and we actually went to a movie to go see Power Rangers as a group. And we was talking, yapping, we was laughing.
Yes, we was laughing. We was
having a grandiose time. Now
it was a fun. I
didn't want to go over here in front. I'm like, I don't do that no more.
No, it was a fun. No, it was fun. It was fun. All of us had fun. We had drinks. That was that was a great experience. I'm not taking from that. But the same thing could be had if we both was watching the movie. It was a friends night or whatever, and we was at somebody's crib watching a movie. Huh? Hey,
we like to watch the movie through Discord.
Watch it through Discord and then talk about it. That's what people do anyway. Exactly, Jack. That's what people do anyway.
And they're trying to recreate a movie experience, but it's still not the same because you're not there interacting one-to-one with a person.
Yo, listen.
That's all I'm saying. My whole argument is that the experience is going to be gone. Yes, the information, the convenience is going to be much better because you can just get the information much quicker or at your own leisure, saving money and all that stuff. But still, for those people that do want to, it's no different than like taking away physical games, right? Physical games, like, yo, the convenience of a digital game is there. Oh, you get it right there. You can play it 12 o'clock in the afternoon, in the morning. Yo, it's loaded right to your thing. You don't got to insert the disc. You ain't got to get up. All the inconvenient stuff there. But guess what? People still want to go and wait for their disc in the mail.
But that has to
store and buy their game.
But that has to do
no different. Same thing with E3.
No. See, but digital and physical has to do with people that they feel that physical is still something that they don't want to support digital because they feel that's a lack of ownership. There's two different things there. Even if buying the game digital is that convenience factor and all that other stuff, they feel that there's a lack of ownership or whatever, or the game could be locked away. All this other bullshit that's why that's the way it is, right? You can't use that argument here because there's millions of people who have never gone to an E3 and watching on the TV or watching on the live stream, who've never gone to an E3. Like you said, just 2 months ago, E3 was a press-only event. So what regular Joe Schmo, what regular person is missing out on an experience with E3?
No.
I want you to answer that question. I want you to answer that question.
No. That's a false narrative you push there. There's certain parts that is only press, but they open up E3 because it's a week event.
Yes, they just recently did that a couple years ago.
No, they will open up E3 where people can play the games. Now E3s are fully open for everybody. Press doesn't have like a oh, this is press here. You get to stay in line first, depending on who you are. Now it's just for everybody. Come to grabs. Who's there first gets to play. That's what's changed. And now everybody can just get a ticket, get in whatever they want to do. That's
let me ask you this question. If someone that's watching the live stream, does that, and they see like the, all right, so you know what? Perfect example. Let's use Final Fantasy 16. You and I watched that whole live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. You know what? No. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to my channel, right? Because with Persona, let's go to my channel because the live stream is there, right? And the excitement that you had for the game, was it diminished in any way?
No.
So you were just as excited for the game. So let me ask you a question. If you were there in the audience during that event, would you have been more excited than you were while watching it on a live stream?
I would have probably been more excited being there because if I was there at like a actual event for that, there will be other people that is sharing that probably same excitement as well. And, you know, you feed off people's energy. It's no different than when we went to PSX and we saw Final Fantasy VII Remake pop up. What everybody do, they stand up, oh! And everybody fed off that excitement. And you know, the thing is, Persona know what I'm saying is correct because he actually went to gaming events. He's actually going to Comic-Con. You can go and watch Comic-Con.
I mean, you get a different feeling from being at a live event. I mean, yeah.
You do.
Hey,
But you can still get enjoyment from both though.
I'm not discrediting that either. But I'm just saying that the experience is just different. Like
It is different.
At the end of the day, I like the digital events too. I'm not saying that the information. Why do you think I log on Twitter every day? You know what I mean? It's just easy information that you can just get about gaming news and all that stuff. But I still like the actual events. You know what I mean? I think it's still cool. I just don't like how they actually executed the gaming news with what's supposed to.
They gotta get used to it. They gotta get used to it.
Right? Let's play the tapes, right? Because let's play the tapes. Let's play the tapes. Let's play the tapes. Let's play the tapes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play the tapes, right? Let's play the tapes because I want to explain to you. I would explain to you why being in the audience or being at home, that experience is going to be had regardless. Because if you're excited for the game, your excitement is you excited wherever you are. It does not matter. It does not matter what event it is. It could have been a tweet with just a YouTube video attached to it. Let's watch.
Wait a second.
Look how already hype. We don't even know what we know it's Final Fantasy. Right? Right? Look at the trailer. Listen how hype Bari is. Listen how hype.
Foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily.
This trailer's so dope too.
This will be a bitter fight.
Right? Let's skip ahead a little bit.
I ain't discrediting that. I ain't discrediting that at all.
Let's skip ahead a little bit.
Action.
Do they really mean to?
Listen to how hype he is. Listen to how hype he is.
They're doing like 12, bro. More action.
That's more action. I'm hype. Oh my god. Yo. Look at excitement. Listen to the excitement.
Yo, Jack. I want Persona to play this video.
Let's skip. Let's go.
Play that video.
Wait a second.
Play that video. Put that in the chat.
Look how hype. Look how hype he is. Listen how hype Bari is. Look how hype he is. He's sitting at home. Me and him are in a Discord watching this trailer together. That's it.
That's impossible.
But he's hype. He's excited. That excitement isn't diminished because it don't matter. Look how excited I am. The excitement is just there, regardless if you're at home or if you're at home or if you're in an auditorium. Listen to him. Listen to him. Listen. You gonna hear the hype. You gonna hear the hype. This is just the precursor.
Final Fantasy 16, bro.
Look at him, hype. Wait. Listen to it, guys. Listen to it. Here, yo, Bari about to get hype as hell right here. Listen.
The music? I'll kill you.
You proved your point. I just wanted to play my video. That's all.
Listen to him. Listen to him. Yo, Final Fantasy 16. Oh my God. Listen to him. Listen to him. Wait. PlayStation exclusive. Oh my God. Listen to him. Listen to him. Listen to how excited he is. PlayStation. Listen to him. Listen to him. It's over, bro. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Listen to how excited me and him both are. Mind you, we're sitting at home, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting at home. This is at the height of the pandemic. But we're both excited. It doesn't matter if you're in the audience or if you're sitting at home. It's going to land regardless, which is why I'm saying that these companies don't need to waste time and waste money being at somewhere where hold on, where the excitement is going to be there regardless if the game is good. I just proved look at the excitement. There you go. Hey,
go click that video I put in the chat, please. Thank you.
All right, I got you.
Oh, you know what? You was there too, Persona.
I was there. You're right. I was there. Let's play this in HD. I was there. I got no problems.
Go click that, please.
Okay, I got a question though, right?
Yeah.
The company is gonna get similar benefits from each scenario, though.
True.
Actually, they might benefit more.
It might get more from the actual event.
True, because they can sell merchandise and stuff like that. Fair enough. I'll give you that.
I don't know, man. But they gotta spend money to be at that event.
Yes, they do. They gotta spend money, and they gotta spend more than 6 figures. They gotta have their own people there, and they gotta have all this stuff. Look.
It's much cheaper to have a digital event. That's I'm not discrediting that either, but I'm just saying the experience is different. Now watch this.
Potentially the same man.
That's why I brought up the correlation of digital media and physical. It costs more for the company to put out physical, but some people don't want physical media to go away. It's no different than somebody wanting.
Yo, you still got this video up? That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Hey, I was excited here too.
Exactly, and this is the whole crowd, not 2 people, a whole crowd. And people feeding off that energy. You want to hear other people and all that.
Everyone is excited, but how many reaction videos do we see on YouTube of people reacting to stuff like this as well at home? Which is why I'm saying the excitement.
Do you hear the crowd? I'm just saying, you at an event. It's like going to a concert. You can watch a concert at home, but would you rather be there, in person watching the concert? It's just a different experience.
Yeah, I agree. I think I won the argument though. Yo, who won that debate, ladies and gentlemen? Type of 1 for Bari, and type of 2 for Persona. One for Bari, 2 for Persona. Who has the stronger argument here?
I already won the debate when I asked them, "Do you want E3 to go away, even with the digital face?" And both said no.
Who won the debate, guys?
I can't call it, man. It's close.
Who won the debate, guys? 1 for Bari, 2 for Persona. Go on, put them 2s in the chat. You feel me?
Go on, put 2s 1, 2. Damn. Said both. 3 for Jack. Ooh, yeah, go put a 3 up there. There you go.
There you go, Jack.
3 for Jack. Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, yo, man. At the end of the day, man, it's gaming, man.
Hey yo, Eon 8. This is your first time in the chat too, man. You better change that too.
Hey, you gotta show some respect to Eon, man. Eon, he cultured, man. You know. Oh man, it's too many ones, guys. The 2 is next to the 1.
I might say 1, 2, 3.
It's too many ones. I'm seeing too many ones in the chat. Hold on. Hey man, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man.
2s in the chat, man. Put a 1 there real quick.
Let me put my 2. Let me cast my vote real quick.
From Queens, man. That's all.
Hey man, listen. But yo, man. So ladies,
he put what's up PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, listen, man. 2 in the chat, man. You feel me? But yo, listen. This is the show, man. Another great show in the books. Another great guest, man. We gonna get into these outros, man. Starting with our guest, Jack, man. Jack Move, please give us your outro, bro.
Man, I just want to, I appreciate y'all guys for having me on, man. I actually do be watching a lot of these weeks when I'm awake, because y'all, like I said, y'all do the podcast. I be lurking though, man. I be lurking. I don't be leaving too many comments, but I do appreciate y'all movement, man. This is a very good podcast for the community. I don't want to, I ain't throwing shade, but like, I hate podcasts that's centered on a certain topic, but when you go to the podcast, they talking about everything except that topic, right?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. So the fact that this podcast is What's Up PlayStation and y'all talk about PlayStation, it's very needed in this community. So I don't want to thank y'all boys for that, man. That's it, man. Check me out if you can get in touch with me, JackMoveJohnny on social media. Appreciate y'all boys for watching.
Definitely. Appreciate it, man. And listen, if you guys want to support Jack Move, the links to his Twitter and to his YouTube is in the description. And I'm gonna put it in the chat too, cause y'all lazy. Hold on, I got y'all.
I'll get that Jiggy merch too, man.
Yeah, that Jiggy merch. Yo, listen, I see you, Jack, man. You about to make that into an empire, man. I see you, man. And I love it. I love it, man. I love it, man. I like the obviously, I got the mask shirt. But I like the lips and I'm glad you use female lips. I'm glad you use female lips. My lord, I'm so glad.
It's smart.
That was very smart. Very smart.
A dude gonna buy that. People gonna buy that.
It's unisex. But I see the movement, man. I see the vision, bro. And you got my support. You got our support here at What's Up PlayStation, and he's on Press Start Podcast, and he's on Weapon Wheel Podcast every Sunday. Press Start Podcast every Thursday, 8:30. Weapon Wheel every Sunday. I know y'all changed the time to 5:45. I think y'all trying to start now. Yeah, Eastern time. So
Weapon Wheel change the time.
Yeah, it's 5:45 now.
Oh, they're going early.
Yeah, they changed it up a little bit so that they can do the after dark earlier and have time to do that stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
So definitely check him out, man. Check out his personal content, man. Check out both of those podcasts. Really good dudes over there, BG, Kofi, and all of those guys. Really good dudes, good content. And Jack, like I said, thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for being here. We definitely had to get you onto the podcast at some point. So we're glad that you was able to come. Bari, the other half of Whoops. Give us your outro, bro.
Hey, man. Look, man, another good podcast. Episode 25 in the books, man. Appreciate Jack once again coming through. Like I said, we try to get the PlayStation, centric gamers on here. So, this is like a trifecta that we had with Sick, P-Rock, and now Jack Move. You know what I mean? Next week, we're going to have Upchuck Gaming. Because it's going to be a lot of fighting game talk.
Yes, it is.
Experience that Guilty Gear Strive. So that's like a TOA reunion type of stream right there.
Yes.
So it's going to be a good one, man. And I think the week after that, we're going to have Chandler on from.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to him this week coming up to see if he'll be able to come through.
We're going to book him in. Then after that, we'll see and we'll communicate with you guys in the community as far as, ask you guys if you want to come on and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, dope stream. Good, constructive conversations that's happening here, and appreciate all the support. Hit the like button and subscribe. We try to get to the 1K. Yeah, we're a very small podcast, but I do believe if we stay on the path that we're going, we will grow, and that feeling is going to feel great once people start catching on. So, definitely appreciate all the people that do support. But hit the like button, share the stream. Or hit the dislike button if you don't like PlayStation. But I will kick your shins if you don't like PlayStation.
That's a fact. You got any content coming up for the channel, for your personal channel?
Damn, I forgot. Good, thank you. So so Guilty Gear streams happening tonight. We're going to talk about Nago Ryuki because his starter video is going to come out tonight at 9 p.m. So we're going to do the waiting room for that, like we did for. I thought Giovanna was yesterday, but Leo actually came out, and he looks amazing. Same, but better. But we're going to do Nago tonight, and we're going to do Giovanna tomorrow, in the night, because I ain't got no shorty over here right now. You know what I mean? This COVID got me all fucked up. So Valentine's Day ain't looking good for your boy right now. Nobody trying to come through.
Man.
Nobody trying to date the trip, but they want me to make the trip. I ain't trying to move my parking spot. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, probably ain't
me
even go out and shovel out the snow. That thing icy right now, man.
Nah, I halfway did it. I ain't do the back. Because people be
okay.
trying to, you know how New York is, man. You do all
yeah.
that shoveling, people steal your joint, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nah. You do a piss poor job, but you can get out.
Get out. Yeah. Let them work for it.
Yeah, they got to work to get in, but
Yeah.
most people can't, park. So
Yeah.
they ain't gonna go for that spot. But anyways, appreciate everybody coming through, man, and it was a good one.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to Bari, man. Got some good content, man. Definitely check out those Guilty Gear streams because they are very entertaining. And it's good to see Bari's excitement with that. So definitely check that out. Next week we're gonna have Up Gaming. That's gonna be a good one. Trust me. TOA reunion in full effect. Plus Guilty Gear beta. It's gonna be a lot of trash talk. I want y'all to be prepared for that. It's gonna be a lot of trash talk, and just talking about tech, frames, favorite characters, hardest characters. It's gonna be good. Trust me. So don't miss that show. For me, man, I'm Gaming with Persona. I was your host for this week. I do want to apologize again to the audience, man, for the issues at the beginning of the show. On my end, at least, because Bari's gonna be host next week, so. There really won't be any issues with him, but for me, I'm definitely going to do some troubleshooting and figure out why this keeps happening. And moving forward, it's going to get better. Also, we're here at WUPS and really on our personal channels as well. We're really big on sound quality and just quality in general and trying to up our quality at every chance we can get. The sound quality is about to jump. I haven't made the announcement yet, but... just know that I'm waiting for everything to get delivered so I could just take one nice picture. Trust me. When the quality is about to go up. Be prepared. Be prepared. I'm waiting. Everything is getting delivered today. So if you follow me on Twitter, expect to see that picture later today. I'm really excited. And for me personally,
you gonna drop it in one fell swoop?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take one large picture. I'm just gonna take one large picture,
man.
I'm just taking one picture.
Oh, so you just gonna?
You gonna take the picture in person, or you gonna stream it out? What you doing?
Oh no, I'm taking a picture. I'm gonna take one big picture, man. Oh, you funny, Jeff. I'm stream that out. Fuck it, I'm stream that out. Social media, right?
Hey, yo, Jack, let's go put that one in the chat real quick, man. You know the vibe.
Hey, man, I respect it. You got me there. So the quality's about to go up, so be ready for that. Also, for me, Bari got me scared to stream this Super Mario game on my YouTube tonight. But I am gonna stream Super Mario 3D World. I read the guidelines.
I told many people about Nintendo, man. Be careful how you stream Nintendo games because Nintendo don't play. They will lock your channel down if you're not partnered up with them.
Yeah.
I think they got rid of that. I think they might have got rid of that.
Yeah.
They did?
I think so.
I was looking at the guidelines and they were saying, you could stream it through YouTube, through Twitch and stuff like that. So I didn't really. Plus, I see other people that be streaming. So, Kofi stream it and other people stream. So I'm gonna try it tonight. And then
I think you should be alright.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna stream that tonight on my channel, Gaming with Persona. And then also next week, new episode of When Persona Speaks. We're gonna talk about a couple things. I'm gonna steal Bari's idea here, and I know he gonna get mad. We're gonna talk about conversion rates.
Yo, I think we need to have a tutorial, bro, and just talk about currency, bro. It's the weirdest thing I see people always mention in gaming, man. I just don't understand it. But my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I actually, what's funny? If Bari doesn't do a When Persona Speak from the Heart this week, if he doesn't do it by Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll do the stream. And most likely he's not, so I'll be doing the stream anyway. So be on the lookout Tuesday or so. And I'm actually going to have Bari on. I'll have Bari come through whenever he's free in the middle of the week, and we'll talk about it. Because it is a good conversation to have, because too many people on social media do this conversion rate argument when it comes to game prices. and you end up taking it. You end up looking foolish. But that's a conversation for another podcast and another channel at another time.
I'm paying too much over here, man. Like what?
But listen, man, we appreciate all of you. We hope you enjoyed the show. Like, comment, subscribe, share the stream out, and make sure you subscribe to our guest again, JackMoveJohnny. And we'll see you guys next week.